Ooh, ooh. Gotta put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Heal you. Blessings come my way. God, put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Open your heart to Him. Take your pain away. He's our Savior. Our God. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Out of the darkness, you were always there. I was torn and broken. I'm back in your grace. Lord, I will praise you. Lord, I will praise you. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let Him heal you. Give me strength every day. Let Him heal you. Blessings come my way. Let God give you the way and the strength to go on and move on in your life. Let Him lead you to the way, to the path of your destiny. May we all go into one. Give me strength every day. Gotta put your trust in Him. He will lead the way. Hey everybody, welcome to the Vero G, which your host is Vero G, by the way. Welcome to Healing Your Soul Sundays with your host Vero G, guys. Every Sundays we do this here live at Facebook, YouTube, all the content platforms. We are here now. You can watch and tune in, and you guys coast to chat with us live here also and be a part of the show. So again, welcome to watching every Sundays here on the Healing Your Soul Sundays show. That's right. I'm pulling back a little bit so you guys can see me more. I'll multitask here. So yes, peoples, again, I'm excited. We have a great show for you guys today. Today's guest will be here in a few minutes. He is an amazing artist, showing love to artist Rap Star, and we have a lot of music we're gonna play with him on the show here today, and great products. Everything he's talking about, promotional stuff. He's going to be talking about a lot of great of his music and more things to come. So definitely stay tuned for that with that said and done. So again, guys, quickly, announcements, how we do on the show here. You guys could follow me. That's my information there. That is my Instagram for this show. I finally corrected the information because last time I've been putting it up, I noticed the hyphen. I had to put an underscore instead of hyphen. So, but with that said, guys, yes, follow me there. That's my Instagram for this page alone. Is at healing underscore your underscore soul underscore Sundays. So definitely, guys, go check that out. If you guys get a chance to support. Also, showing out to my boy, Guerrilla Warfare. They have a series. Go check them out on YouTube. Showing love. I always support people. You know how we do with everything that we do with our brand, our mission, and just provide great platforms for you guys. And I appreciate that. So, yes, again, guys, go check that Instagram out. Follow, and I will follow back. Let's get it. So let's see what else you guys could follow me at while I'm here. Why not? Also, guys, you can follow my other page, my Instagram, which is everything I put up and all that sorts. You can check that out. It's at official Vero G. I do take any donations for the show because things cost. So with that in mind, if you want to contribute anything, you can hit me up personally on the inbox or DM here on Instagram or Facebook if you have me on Facebook. And I appreciate anything that could contribute to the show and what we continue doing with that set and forth. So thank you. All right, guys. So other announcements on here. Let's get it. So, guys, go check out the album out now. It's called Here I Am. It's available at all digital platforms. Go support. It's great content on that. And Mi Cama is one of the latest hit singles on that album. Also, Let Him Heal You, which is the theme song to the show. If you guys noticed, definitely go support if you guys get a chance to. With that said and done, I appreciate all that. Yes. So, guys, also I want to put the pictures up while I show this. We continue talking on that. So with that in mind, guys, go check out the latest issue of Vero G Spotlight magazine. March 1st, people, which is coming in Tuesday, is the new issue of the Vero G Spotlight magazine. Let's see who made it to the cover. I'm already excited, so you already know about this. So, anyways, but yes, this is the issue of the Vero G Spotlight magazine. Guys, is out now, available. As you can see, the bottom information is there at www.madcloud.com. Definitely, again, guys, go support that if you guys get a chance to. Please do. I appreciate that and all that said and done. Also, guys, we're on the special edition version of the Vero G Spotlight magazine. We have the lovely Carol Griffin from the Carol Griffin Trio Band in Staten Island. She's a radio personality herself, host, and a music, a band, and a lot of things she's contributed to the community. So definitely go check that out. Again, both of them are available at www.madcloud.com. Definitely support, guys, is all what it is. Also, guys, I got new music coming out this year. Energy I will be out this year. I'm so excited for that. More projects along the way, so definitely stay tuned. And that's said and done. All right, so let's see what other announcements we got on here while we get things lined up right now for the show, guys. Yes, guys, as you guys see here, I'm going to take the other caption out so I can put that information for you guys. Yes. All right, guys, so voting season, you still guys could vote. You guys still could vote. That is the information at the bottom. You guys could vote for my songs, Let Him Heal You and Mi Cama at www.ldmradio.com. Like I said again, support is free. I mean, just support everyone as what they're doing. With that in mind, that's the other flyer for Emikama. So definitely support that, guys. Again, you can vote at www.ldmradio.com. Also, guys, check out my music video Emikama. We have over 3.5K views. Yes, let's get it. You know how we do here, baby. Yes, I am extremely excited. Like I said again, hard work does prevail and everything comes in due time. So with that in mind, I'm excited. Thank you for everyone who's been supporting it. I've been really pushing it heavy. Big shout out to my management, Jam Prime Media, and Mob That Promo, who's been promoting it and putting out there. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for you guys to check it out. Let me see if I have the information for you guys. You can check that out. Hold on. Yes, here it is. Vero G. Amy Kama official music video out now. So support that, guys. If you get a chance to, tell a friend. Just tap it up on YouTube. You'll see it there on my YouTube channel under Vero G Spotlight Network. And yeah, like I said again, people, support is free. Talking about that, thank you for everyone who got their water bottles, the Vero G latest merchandise, by the way. The Vero G Spotlight magazine collection magazine, everything is all the combination of all. But anyway, this is the water bottle, guys. Thank you to DJ K Nikki. Thank you to Reason. Thank you to Fly Vida. Thank you to Butters and a few other people that are already going to purchase their order of the water bottles. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Support is everything. So I appreciate you guys for just being amazing and continue what you're doing. So yes, indeed. All right, guys. Like I said again, we got a lot of things for you guys today. We have a great show. We're going to talk about current events. I got a special guest for that who will appear later on the show today. We got a lot of things. Also, guys, I have to double check here. Um, yeah, we got a lot of things here. I'm just double checking everything. Wait, sidetrack. I was like, what's going on here today? What's going on? It's crazy. Again, guys, you want to interact with the show today? We have amazing guests. Again, the artist is by the name Artist Rap Star. I'm excited. We have a lot of things to talk about. His projects, upcoming work he's going to be doing, and all that sorts. And I'm honored, to him being on the show here because also which I even expected, he made a customized shirt with my where he was on the cover on the Vero G Spotted magazine. So we're gonna talk about that, which I was like, what? I can't believe it. That's so awesome. So yeah, people, yeah, we got a good show for you guys today. We got a lot to talk about current events. Y'all already know how we do it, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So yeah. But like I said again, guys, follow me there. You guys can follow my information there. I'm gonna send that to you right now. The Instagram, at official Vero G, and all that said and done. So yes, I am excited. Are you guys excited? Let's get it. Let's get it, people. You know how we do already. Yes, yes. So besides that, let me see what's going to quickly announce on here. Yes, guys, you also could check out the Vero G Spotlight so many spotlights. Vero G Spotlight, you know what I'm talking about. The radio show, okay? So, yes, you guys could watch it every Wednesday, 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live. We're going to have a lineup of great artists coming up in March. I'm excited for that. It's going to be a packed house, but yes. Also, guys, we have the March issue. Actually, no, March. Let me scratch that. Let me take that off first. Hold on. So, guys, again, you already know how we do. I'm excited because we got two showcases coming up. We got the March showcase and the April showcase. We got a few slots left. It's about to be sold out in March. So any artists out there that watching, or anybody that knows anybody that would like to partake on this opportunity, jump on it, people. Jump on it. Like I said again, oh, yes, we got a question here. Okay, hold on. Before I get you, give me 1 second. But again, guys, artists is out there watching now, or anybody that knows an artist that would like to take the opportunity. Again, we're throwing in a free radio interview with this package. So jump on the opportunity, people, for March and May showcase. So hit us up, guys. It'll be taking place here in New York City, the showcase. So hit us up for further information, how you can be a part of it to perform and get opportunities that you throw your way, guys. All right, let's see the comments here. Hold on. Let me see what you need. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Good evening, or good afternoon, as they say. Praise. That's right. That's right. Any needs, questions of your prophet? Let me know what you need. Hey, what's up? How you doing? No, so if I'm trying to figure out what your question is about, what you need. Are you asking for the showcase? I'm just trying to get clarification what you're talking about. Hold on. Wait. We are in time. Okay. Yes, yes. We're gonna talk about a couple of things here that's happening today. You need anything? I'm here to serve you. Oh wow, thank you. Oh my, I don't get this every day, so I appreciate you, Chris. By the way, thank you. Just join the show, watch our guests, and hope you enjoy the show. We have a lot of content for you guys today, and all that said and done, you already know how we do here, so it gets crazy sometimes on the show. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, we have a lot of things we're gonna talk about. Let's see what else quickly on announcements we could talk on here quickly. On here. Oh, you want to go there with the? Okay, we could talk about that today in the show, Chris. But you gotta wait because I got a lineup of things to do. So if you want to be patient and wait, we could talk about that, the scriptures and that. Okay, cool, no problem, no problem. But like I said, let's get back to the show. So with that in mind, yeah, people. Also, quickly check out my latest book. It's called A Mother's Love. Go support that if you guys get a chance to. It's available at. Let me take this down so you guys can see that. It's available at www.amazon.com. Again, it's called A Mother's Love. It's a really, really good story, a really good content, and based off on my own experience being a mother and all that sort. So, yes, please do go support that if you guys get a chance to. That said and done. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Also, guys, any artist is out there, any artist is out there, definitely go support. I keep saying that for a reason. Anyway, go support people's the Vero G Spotlight Music Review Show. We do it every Fridays and Saturdays here on all platforms. So with that in mind, like I said again, people contact me if you'd like to have your music be heard on the show here. Uh, we have all platforms where you get heard, and also we like the song has good ratings and good feedback and comments. Then pretty much is a chance of it being heard on our radio show next week on DTF Radio. So with that in mind, guys, definitely see who won for this coming week that we just played. All great content, by the way, these past 2 days, and we'll see Wednesday who made it to the radio show to get their music heard. And congratulations to those who won. And again, if you want to submit for this coming week, guys, you could do so. Hit me up personally on the IG, which I'm about to send you guys my Instagram, so you guys can contact me privately if you'd like to be a part of that. With that said and done, okay. So that is my IG, guys. If you want to follow me there, or you want to be a part of anything that I provide, guys, you can hit me up there. Like I said, we do promotions. Also, we do videography, photography. We have a lot of services provided for independent artists out there, and just one of the platforms we have as well. So again, tap into it, people. Like I said again, we also are looking for guests that would like to be in our magazine for April issue. If anybody's watching now or later on would like to partake in it, let me know. We're looking for guests for our radio show, for the showcases. We just provide, and for the TV show. So hit us up on the information is right there, guys. You can hit me up there, and we'll take it from that point on. Yes, you already know, people. You already know. Check it out. Check it out. Yes, guys. So let's say we have a good show. We have a great show. I'm very excited. Let me just take this out. Sorry, guys. Let me take that out because I had to double check everything. But yes, guys, again, check out all my merchandise I have available. If you guys are interested in getting merchandise, one of them is right now in my hands right now. That is I know the green screen is kind of cracky, so I'll make the best of it. Yes. So again, that is the water bottle, which is the Vero G collection. I love it. It's really more for cold stuff, not warm. I mean warm, but I mean not hot because it's material. I don't know about that. But with that in mind, I would just say like more for cool, like drinks and stuff like that. It was best to have this here. Go support that. Hit me up if you're interested to get a merch, either my t-shirts, my anything that I have, hats, scarves, I have jackets, I have hoodies. I got name it all, I got it. So hit me up if you guys interested in any of the merchandise like I mentioned on here on the show today. So yeah. All right, so let's see now. Like I said, we got a great show for you guys. We got a lot of content. And we're gonna have a special guest talk about what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. We won't get much into it because I don't want to, stir anything. But this is our point of view on the war. What's going on? I think it's just ridiculous. That's what my belief on it. But we're gonna have another person jump on it and talk about their input on it in a bit. So with that, all that said and done, I'm rolling up a post in your. Okay, that's what's up. Appreciate you, Chris. Shalom to you. Thank you. Yes, yes. So like I said, people, we have a great show. Guest should be on here in a few minutes. Again, he goes by the name of he's an artist by the name of Rap Star. I'm excited. We had him previously on the magazine. He's been showing a lot of support in our brand, our platforms, and I appreciate him wholeheartedly what he's been doing. And he has very good content. I'm excited to get the party started, as they say, right? Yes, peoples. Yes. So, it is what it is. So, all right. So, like I said again, guys, anything that we do, contact us. My information is there if you want to contact me about, all that we're doing for showcases. All that said and done. So, you guys already know all that, right? So, yes, indeed. We're in there. So, yeah, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Let's see who's on here besides the gentleman Chris on here or anybody's watching. You guys could also say hello. I say hi back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Also, like I said again, guys, check out all my songs, all my albums. Here I am, Victory, Trials and Tribulations is not out. Some songs from the album is out on all platforms, which is weird. I don't know why, but I should have had it out like the whole album. But I'm gonna try. I might be working on that soon. I don't know yet. Still in the works with that. So but besides it, yeah, check out all my music, guys. Available at all digital platforms. All you gotta put is Vero G with the dot, because there's other people with the same name, which I realize that. So it's all good, but I have dot, so that's what stands out. So definitely go support that. I'm on Spotify, I think iTunes Music, Apple Music. Um, I think what else? Another platform. I think Deezer. Uh, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like the other platforms they have. I think Pandora. I'm just trying to figure out other places that they have the music in that. So, but yes, like I said again, check out En Mi Cama, the music video, which I will be playing today too here. So you guys get a sense of it, the show and all that sorts, and that's said and done. Hey, what's up, brother? Jason Dooley, what's up? What's up? How are you today, sir? Oh shit, he's in the building. Guidance over discipline in the house. What's up, bro? How are you doing? Repping DUM, also known as Dallas United Movement to stop all youth violence. That is right. That's dope. That's dope. That is official right there. Yeah. I like that. I like that. That's what's up. Yes, peoples. That's right. We in there. All right. I am excited, guys. I tell you, more than ever, there's a reason why I'm excited, because this month of March is going to be blessings. I already foresee it. I'm not going to say too much, but overall, it's going to be good things to come. And I want everyone to have a good time and good blessings in their way as well. Besides, I also want to mention I'll be performing live tomorrow up in Manhattan. I'm not going to say much, but I'm excited for that. And I will be doing more performances in all boroughs in New York City. So I'm very excited. You can tell I'm a little nervous. It's been a while because I did my TV performance not too long ago on my show. But it's not the same as actually performing in front of people. So it's a little different, guys. So I have to get back to that A game, like go on stage and kill it. So wish me good luck, people, for tomorrow. I'm excited. Like I said again, we'll be performing live, and we'll try to get some footage of anything and put it out so you guys could definitely check that out when you get a chance to. So yeah, I'm very very excited. Yes, yes, yes. Oop, even my water bottle's excited. It's like, wait a minute, y'all can tell it's crash proof, so that means it's good material, right? It's saying, wait a minute, hold up. Let me stop now. Yeah, guys. So yeah, I'm excited and we have a good show. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. I'm ready. Like, let's get it. Let's get it. So tomorrow I'm excited to be on stage and to do my thing, man. To do my thing. So yeah, peoples. Yeah, I already know. Yeah, I already know. So let's get the party started. How is your day, guys, doing so far? While we wait for our guests, how are you guys doing so far? Trying to see the comments here. All right, it was kind of quiet today. That sounds good. That's not a problem. All right, so like I said, we're waiting for our guests right now to be on the show in a few minutes. With that said and done, I'm gonna play for you guys. Well, I don't know yet because it's a different type of show, but um. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just double check everything's good because yeah. So Jimmy Wong. Oh, not Jimmy Wong. Oh man, not him again. Jimmy Wong. Oh Lord, he's too much. Jimmy Wong, what he said, has pork fried rice special with chicken. Oh man, listen, man, you about to get me hungry here, Jimmy Wong. Okay, don't get me started, bro. Oh man. All right, people. So while we wait, I guess let's play the music video in Mikama. Let's get the show a little bit as it is. So while we wait for our guests to come on, so again, you can check out the video. I'm gonna play it now for you guys here, but again, check it out at all platforms. The song is available, and all that said and done. And yeah, let's get it. So I'll be right back, guys. You're watching Healing Your Soul Sundays with your host Vero G. It all said and done. Okay. All right. So with that said and done, I'm gonna play, and I'll be right back, guys. With your host Vero G. Let's get it.
En mi cama.
Toda la noche voy a aprovecharte como es. Si tienes que irte, yo sé que vas a volver. Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente mamita pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita quédate hasta la mañana. Tú sabes que tú eres mi shorty. Me encanta tu piquete body. Sabes que a mí yo sé booty. Tírame un call que yo le llevo.
En mi cama, tú eres aquí, cerca de mí. En mi cama, besos a tu cuerpo, everywhere, baby. Holding me tight, look into my eyes, baby.
Toda la noche voy a aprovecharte como es. Si tienes que irte, yo sé que vas a volver. Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente mamita pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita quédate hasta la mañana. Tú sabes que tú eres mi shorty. Me encanta tu piquete body. Sabes que a mí yo sé booty. Tírame un call que yo le llevo.
Let's stay all night en mi cama. Hace amor esta noche en mi cama. Your love is a high, got me on cloud nine.
Y llama si tú quieres ver. Tú sabes que llegaré. Y luego te llevaré de nuevo aquí pa' mi cama. Vente mamita pa' que se encienda la llama. Si estás solita quédate hasta la mañana.
Yes, my peoples, that right there was the video. And me kama. I hope you guys like that. It's a little spicy for y'all. I know this type of show we go with the vibe with the situation. So hope you guys like that. Again, you could check out the album is available. Here I am available at all digital platforms. Again, that single is part of the album, so it's called Emikama. Go check it out on all platforms. And that's said and done. I appreciate the support, people. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Now let's see what Jimmy Wong is saying now. Jimmy Wong special coming soon. Riff the rim. Stop! You're making me laugh here. Riff the rim cracked out too low. Listen, you always know how to make me laugh, bro, and that keeps me going. I appreciate that. You don't even know. Yes, I'm already excited, man. I'm already excited. He's one of our members, by the way, for the Real G production guys. Big shout out to him, Mr. Dooley. Yes, like I said, soon he'll be getting his stuff. I just been running around with a lot of shit, but yeah, stay tuned for that. So I'm excited for that. Oh man, yeah, too much, man. Yeah, too much. Like I said again, guys. So you guys could follow me on my Instagram if you get a chance to check that out. I also will follow back. Check out my YouTube channel. It's Vero G Spotlight Network. Um, Besides that, like I said, we got a lot of stuff. Stay tuned this year. I'm not gonna say too much, but stay tuned. Stay tuned. More things in the works. So definitely that's said and done. Like I said, we're waiting for our guest right now. He's running a bit late. It's fine. It's okay. Things happen. So, but besides that, I hope you guys so far enjoying the show. We got a lot of content we're gonna talk about today. Y'all already know I'm ripping a new asshole on current events. We're gonna be talking a little about current Kanye West. You know how we do. We get the exclusives sometimes here. It depends. And it's just a lot of crazy shit that be happening in the celebrity world. Let's put it that way. And sometimes it makes you wonder. You sit back and you look at your life, and you say, you know what, my life isn't that bad after all. You know, in a sense, like, wait a minute, these people got money and they still got problems. Shit, money ain't nothing. It still ain't gonna help. I mean, it can help you out your financial situation, but end of the day, if you're still the same way personally, it's not gonna change who you are. So, you know what I'm saying? People, it is what it is. So, can't do much about that until then. So, it is what it is. So, yes. So, like I said, while we wait, we're gonna play some more stuff for you guys here. We'll play it now while he gets on the show, I guess. We're gonna play one of his songs, latest song. It's called Power to My People. This is by artist Rap Star, and we'll be right back.
You know, I wanna make an anthem. Okay. Like, remember when rappers had anthems? Yeah, I remember. I wanna create or recreate that move. Okay. Something like, kick that shit. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Roll call. Boricuas, morenos, nativos, los Chicano, Mexicano, otros Latinos. You know I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So let's shout it all the way to the Sao Paulo. Power to my people have power. Every other day we taking a hater shower. From the racist to hypocrites, the punk is cowards. We don't die, we multiply by the hour. Go ahead, do it again, pump your fist. It's time to show these what it is. So tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Come in. They're straight the number, so let's handle biz. The revolution will be televised, eyes wide, no TV gas, first person narrative. The cameraman just right outside. Soldiers, all information marching in a perfect line. My people so extraordinary, so resilient. Been fitting in every sense, so brilliant. I ain't down with that fuck shit. You ain't down with that fuck shit. This make me wanna buck shit. Salute to the youth of now. Juries are fighting for that justice. No way you can touch this. No way you can hush this. Governments all corrupted. It's the R to the A to the P, SCA to the all times 2. I'm fighting for you, and you. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. All for one, or just one for all. Together we stand. Divided we fall. You ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. I'm Huey P. Newton with a Pittsburgh fitted on. Afro Boricua, I'm way strong. I'm Shasha Yemenis with a bulletproof vest on. This is for my gente, the show, our better day. Strive for greatness, let nothing get in your way. Wanna buy some land, wanna buy an estate. This financial growth, homie, it starts today. We the blacks, we the reds, we the browns, say it we loud. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours.
Yes, people, that was right there. Artist, rap star song, the latest single called "Power to My People." He'll be on soon, guys. So just wanted to play that so you guys could get a heads up, like what his music about. It's really dope shit. Yeah, yeah, it's really good stuff, guys. So like I said, stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff for you guys tonight or today. Forgive me. It's like I think it's tonight already. I think my head's not even here. It's like tonight or today. Which one is it? Which one is it, guys? What's going on here? All right, guys. So, like I said, yeah, we're playing a lot of good stuff for you guys. Hope you guys enjoying it. And all that said and done. While you wait for the guests, we're gonna play another song. Here, it's a throwback song. And this one is called. I think it's a throwback song he did a couple years back, and it's called "Smart Is the New Gangster." So I'm gonna play that while we wait, and be right back, guys. Sorry, wrong one. I like double check. Wait a minute. That's a guy. That's not him. Why is always something happening today? What's going on? I hear it is, guys. I'm sorry. Here we go.
Yeah, it's for all my young black, young Latinos, young minorities, you know. It's man over matter. You gotta rise above it. Go in that house when the streets lights on. Bandana 10 revolver spinning like a cyclone. I'm spitting truth every time I mic's on. Put the Teflon on, I'm striking like a python. I struggle for my freedom, yeah, the fight's on. If you ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. Ex-slave my blood, see the mark from the chains and the whips. A new millennium, important, chains and whips. If you ask me, it's reverse psychology. Extinction of a black man is reverse biology. Rise to the top, sun god like Apollo B. Society took our history, we need it back with no apology. Educate your mind, free you from ignorance. Crack open a book rather than a bottle, get more intelligent. Go deep in your mind and see where it take you. Pay attention and listen, smart as the new gangster. 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 And don't get the wanks. The streets that have wrap up in sheets like bedtime. Why that's having a misdemeanor, feel like you're doing bedtime. It's not, you just sit, watching time go by. And when you get out, you really see how fast time flies. You sitting around thinking, damn, my life is bad. Remember families getting bombed over in Afghanistan. Life is much more precious, more than your memories. I'm trying to have my name echo throughout the century. Me spending time locked up is f***ed up. Either standing for your rights or shut the f*** up. I'm getting fed up with the police show. Wreck time, get going crazy. Watch a police show. Feeling easy when I talk to my girl on my phone. It feels good when you have people waiting for your return. Some have no mom, no hold them down. Nothing positive if and when they come out. Smart as the new gangster. Smart as the new gangster. Smart as the new gangster. And don't be a
Yeah. It's Rap Star.
Smart as the new gangster.
The Professor.
Smart as the new gangster.
You know, you gotta rise above the bull.
Smart as the new gangster.
Smart as the new gangster. You know, you gotta be smart about it. You know,
And don't be a
in the jails, it's like slavery. It's the slave system all over again. You know, you got the inmates, you got the COs, then you got the warden, you got the slaves, overseers, and the master. History repeating itself all over again, man. So you gotta be smart about it. Live your life. It's good. Smarter than the gangster.
That was dope. That was by artist Rap Star. The name of that song was called "Smart Is the New Gangster." That was a throwback. I had to look that up, and yeah, that was a couple years back. Which he'll be talking about it here as well on the show. And like I said, I wanted to show his recent work and also his previous work he's done, so you guys could see, saying his work and stuff like that. So that's cool, definitely nice. But like I said, we're just working on, waiting on him right now to be in the show. With that in mind, yeah, like I said, we just got a lot of stuff, you guys. Please be patient. Sometimes things happen. You just gotta do what you can for the time being. Everything that's said and done. Besides that, guys, like I said, check out the merchandise I mentioned before here on the show. Definitely go support anything, if you guys can. We're doing the mission, the platform, what we provide. Again, we're looking for guests to be on the show for March. If anybody's interested to be a guest here, we're looking for artists or anybody that would like to be a guest on the radio show for the magazine. I'm working on that as we speak this week or so for April issue. So if anybody knows anybody that would like to either, depending, like I said, the radio, the TV, this online show, what we provide. So with that in mind, definitely contact me for that. Also, like I said again, we got two showcases coming up. We got the March showcase and we got the April showcase. So with that in mind, jump on these opportunities, people. As those who are, especially if you're out of town and want to first time come to New York City, this is a great way to do it now. Even though COVID still exists, unfortunately, but with that in mind, you make the best of the situation that at hand. So what I'm trying to say pretty much is take the opportunity, take a risk. It's gonna be worth it because you're getting a lot what you're getting from what we provide with our showcases, with our platforms, with everything that we do. It's just for you guys to help you guys along the way with your career, and that's said and done. So yes. So with that in mind, let's see what we got here, guys, while we get things situated and that's said and done. Um, let's see, because I have some things I want to check something real quick. I don't know why this does that sometimes. Let's see. All right, guys. So I guess we're gonna have to change up the show a little bit while we wait for our guests. So we're gonna go, and we're gonna go into current events right now. While we wait. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go right into it. I'm waiting for a special guest to come. Actually, let me see. Let's see. Hold on. Let me get my stuff right. All right, guys. So we're gonna change up the show a little bit while what's going on with that. So, with that in mind, we got a lot to talk about on current events right now, and I'm gonna get you guys situated. Let me tell my special guest to come. Hold on. Where's my special guest? So while we wait for my special guest to talk about this, right now I'm gonna set it up for you guys. I'm gonna set the picture for you guys, so you probably know what I'm talking about. Yes, yes. This has been going on for some time now, for God knows. I mean, since last week or so, I think. I'm gonna put my input on this. I don't want to get too much into it, but I have to. And you guys can respond to it as well as too, if you like. So any of the current events we have here. But like I said again, I'm gonna put my part into this with this war situation going on with Russia versus Ukraine. Um, I just feel they need to stop, particularly Putin. Putin needs to know to slow the fuck down. And whatever, if he's having some issues like dementia or whatever the case may be, or he's having a high power trip or something, he needs to know he needs to slow the fuck down and stop murdering many lives. And God knows what else his mind is at right now as we speak for the situation at hand. So with that in mind, yeah. Oh, okay, I got you. All right. See our guest here. All right, so we're gonna. All right, we're gonna change it a little bit. Hold on. Okay, I think I see. I guess. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. Hold on. Okay. All right, second guess. You gonna have to wait now. You have to wait. Get yourself ready in a bit. Okay. All right. So we're changing the game a little bit right now, guys. Yes, I'll get it ready into the current event. We'll wait. This is worth the wait. Yes. All right. So, guys, we have a guest here in the building. I'm super excited for that. Let me get this situated right now. All right. So, with that in mind, guys, I am honored to have. We just played your song, so we'll play it again. So, let's give it up for artist Rap Star in the building. What's up, brother?
What's up? What's up? What's good? What's
I'm
good?
doing.
Sorry about the technical difficulties, man. My
Nah,
phone was
don't worry about it.
crazy, man. It was it
It's
was
okay.
I was trying to, do the technical thing. I was trying to, it was telling me my camera was off, my microphone was off. I turned on everything, and then right when I was rebooting everything, my phone wanted to restart and everything like that. I was like, what's going on,
Ah.
man?
No, no, listen, you. I told you, don't worry, it's okay because I'm here for wine away because I have a lot of things to talk about. So it's okay, but you made it. That's the key. You're here.
Oh yeah.
Yes, definitely. And I'm honored to meet you in person, like in this way, because we always talked, but it's like the first time we actually looking at each other, like besides text and that.
Yeah, yeah.
That I am honored. I really am honored. And before we even get into your interview, I want to let the people know I have just nothing but the most love for you, bro. He actually supported me, and we support each other. What we do as artists is also. He actually purchased. I think it was the Victory album. Was it?
Yeah,
Um,
yep.
yeah, the Victory album, and he is just amazing. And I support him as well. What he's doing,
Got
showing
the
love
t-shirt
on here.
too. Got the
Yes, I was
t-shirt.
talking about that earlier. I was talking about that earlier in the show. That's yo.
Yeah.
This is Oh man, I'm not gonna forget this day, man. Listen, I was telling the viewers, right? I was telling them a bit about the story, but I want you to tell them. I'll let you open that. Let's start with that. Yeah, how did you do
Well,
it?
usually what I do, I did this like 4 or 5, maybe 6, 7 years before, but I was fortunately to grace the cover of the Coast to Coast Mixtapes magazine. I won a contest. It was like a vote. You had to put your song out, and you had to get so many votes to try to win the vote, so you can actually get the cover of the Coast to Coast Mixtapes magazine. And for like a long time, I was like in the front, Then the day before the thing was ending, all of a sudden an artist started getting votes out of nowhere. So I was still getting votes and everything. I ended up winning. So what I did was, this is my first official magazine, like my physical copy magazine. So I was really happy about it. So I decided, for promotional use, to get a hoodie made and have the picture of the magazine on the shirt. And I got two old shirts. One that has the cover of Coast to Coast Mixtapes magazine. The other one has one of the inside pictures of Coast to Coast. And then my birthday just passed, February 7th,
Happy
and that was the
birthday!
day that, thank you. That was my
You love it.
thank you. It was the same day I dropped Power to My People on my birthday. And so being
Wow.
that I done been on Hot Double X magazine with Tara Jackson. That was my second magazine. I'm gonna get
Woo.
that later, but then since it was my birthday, of course, Vero G Spotlight is the recent magazine that I have, so on and so forth. So I got two hoodies, one that has the magazine with Vero G Spotlight magazine, which I'm
Thank
rocking right now,
you. I'm
and then the
honored.
other
I'm honored.
one. Thank you. And then the other one is a hoodie that got my my single cover on it, Power to My People. So
Woo.
it's a lot of people was like, oh, that's ill. So it's good promotion, both for myself as an artist and the publications that I'm also doing business with.
That's amazing. I give it to you because I when you saw me, you showed me the picture, and I
Yeah.
literally we spoke privately, and I cried. I really cried because it's like no, because let me tell you something. It's hard to find amazing people like yourself that appreciate what you do for people, and you know me for a long time now, and I do it from the heart, and I do it just to show people love, and
Right.
and you know, and it's like to get that love back is like whoa, like I'm not ready for that yet. you know.
See,
So
what I do is I watch my favorite artists, and I watch how they interact with the public. Eminem and 50 Cent are one of my biggest influences in the game. So um I always tell, people like artists like me and the people that I'm, the publications that I'm involved with, I say, I'm like the next 50 Cent in Hot 97 coming to be interviewed by, Angie Martinez. You be the next Angie Martinez. I go to
Oh,
somebody
okay.
else and I'd be like, y'all the next Miss Info, y'all the next, DJ Envy, so, every publications, artists and publications, we need to work together because, we coexist in this you know, in this industry, and
Yes.
that's how we eat. This is what we do. So why not show support to a radio station or a publication that is playing your music and everything? So I learned from them. That's what I
I
do.
love that. And that's key. That's really much key. Well, a lot of people, like you said, it's good because then what you do is now you already know how they do their, it's all about marketing, like you mentioned, promotions, marketing, and a way to put yourself out there. And that's definitely essential. A lot of artists have to do that,
A
get
lot of
yourself out
artists
there.
don't know how. A lot of artists don't know how to do it because
Yes.
they just think I just put out a record and just push it without actually
Hmm.
having a plan for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like um there's a lot of artists in my city that don't know much about marketing, period. But like I told
Exactly.
them, I said marketing is not hard. All you just got to do is, the records that you coming out with, you got to see what demographic of people that you need to reach out to. Because a lot of
Yes.
people, what they do is they just are big in their own cities or their
Hmm.
own little area that they, in. And social media has a lot to do with getting people everywhere, like literally outside of their town, across the world and everything. But there's a lot of groundwork you have to do. You got to be your own promoter. Even if you have people who promote you or a manager, you as an artist, you have to go out on the front lines because can't nobody believe in your work more than you.
Amen
So
to that.
why not
Yes.
be out on the front lines, still it's no different than when you in the street. You got people who hustle and everything like that. They might have people on the block that hustle for them, but at the
Yeah.
same time, that boss is still out there grinding, still getting, what he needs to get. So
Amen to that. Oh, that's so true. Listen, learn from him, guys. Come on. Hit him up, man. He got the keys and tools, man. You heard it right here, man.
oh yeah,
You know already. No, you're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready,
All right.
so ready.
Let's get it, baby. All right, so like I said again, I just wanted to introduce you to the viewers who's watching right now, and people to know that I just genuinely have so much love for you, man, and you're an amazing, phenomenal artist, and you're just the plateau which you're at right now, and more to come to what you're doing. So just wanted people to know that. But those who don't know who's Rap Star, tell more about who you are and your true beginnings as an artist.
Okay, you already know my name is Rapstar, aka Hurricane Cam. That's my alter ego. That's my Slim Shady to my Eminem. I got the name Rap Star from my father. Early on when I first started writing rhymes, this was like I started writing rhymes at the age of 9, got serious at the age of 12. Um, Me listening to Eminem early, like the first mixtape that I actually the first record that I actually bought was the 8 Mile soundtrack. And I
Wow.
gravitated I gravitated towards it so much. Like I'm going to school in the back of the school bus in my notebook, writing rhymes, listening to Lose Yourself and Love Me and the 8 Mile Road and everything. And when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, that's what actually made me say, I want to go into this direction. So I started writing rhymes, learning how to write in a song format by buying instrumental CDs. I used to go down to the record stores and the bodegas and buy like the mixtapes, that had like 15, 16, 20 tracks of instrumentals. I had 50 Cent instrumentals, a double disc 50 Cent instrumentals that he had from back in the day, like his mixtapes and his Power of a Dollar album, Give It Your Die Trying, The New Breed, and then I would buy Dr. Dre instrumentals. I would buy Eminem instrumentals. I buy Timberland instrumentals, and a lot of my favorite songs that I have on there with Timberland from hip hop all the way to R&B. So I would turn around and listen to a Missy record, a Missy instrumental, and turn around and listen to like a Magnu or a Leah record, and I would learn how to write rhymes from that, from a 16 bars to the 14 bar, or for the 4 bars for the chorus, 16 bars for the verses, even the breakdowns and the hooks, the bridges and everything. my great grandma, my nana, which is my nana. She's my mother's mother, and my great grandmother is my grandmother's my nana's mother. So it's like my great grandmother and my grandmother live in the same house. And
Wow.
this is, you can tell this is back in the day because we went to Radio Shack.
Oh
So
my
when I went to radio,
god.
yeah, we went to
Throwbacks.
Radio Shack and we got like the recorders that's like elongated. You put the cassette tape in, and then you hit the
Mhm.
two fingers. You put record and play at the same time. My nana, she had a boom box, so I would put the CDs in a boom box. So I would have the instrumentals playing from the boom box, and I would press play and record and start rapping on them. The first song I actually did an actual song to was the Biggie Smalls' One More Chance. No, was it One More Chance? No, it was the Big Papa remix. And
Ooh.
I did a full song. It was called Rap Star. I don't remember much. All I remember I was saying, Rap Star, do you really want to be a rap star? Do you really want to know who you are? Up to the top. I'm climbing high. I want to be one of the greatest MCs up in the sky. That's all I remember from it. That was the hook. So after that, I would listen to the G Unit mixtapes, learn how to flip songs from that, songs, choruses, and everything. So me basically, following, 50 M G Unit, DMX. DMX is another big influence I have. Had a chance to meet him 2 years before he died.
Oh, wow.
RIP. Shout out to my man True Live. He's the one that actually set it up. He's connected with Murder Inc. and everything.
Nice.
DMX. I'm also heavily influenced by Little Kim. A lot of
Oh.
male artists, yeah, a lot of male artists wouldn't say that they would be influenced by a female, but I've always been a Little Kim fan. I mean, I was a Biggie fan. So when you listen to people around that camp, you start saying, okay, I like Biggie. Junior Mafia comes up, so I like Kim. I like C's.
Mhm.
The Locks, D Block was in there. Chic, Jada, Styles P. And the list just goes down the line. So, you know, um, Lil Kim, she's one of my biggest influence as an MC and as far as fashion. Anybody who follows me know
Oh
my
yeah.
my closet be crazy, man. Like the shit that I be wearing, don't nobody else be rocking.
I love
So
that.
yeah, so as far as like not only just the MC part, but also the fashion part, I also am a big fan of Little Kim in that aspect too.
Oh
So
shoot. I,
I'm a lyricist. My music is 90s to the early 2000s. Anybody who love music or hip hop from the early 2000s to the 90s, you would definitely appreciate me because I'm a lyricist. I got bars, I got messages. I'm actually am writing a song about the what's going on in the Ukraine right
yes.
now. I
Yeah.
started.
Okay.
Go
I'm sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was, I
I,
was, I was, I was talking about it too. But actually, if you mentioned that, how do you feel about that? Yeah.
Oh man, I think be honest with you, I think the world would be a lot better if people would just actually picked up a blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Just pick up a blunt. I just don't
Simple.
understand. I just don't understand like the shit's crazy, man. Like
Mhm.
we all know, like I'm a history major, so I graduated from college 2014. So I know history. So I know the history that Russia had, the internal conflict that they had, and at one point Ukraine used to be a part of Russia,
Yes.
and it's just greed, man. Like I said, I think everybody should just at the end of the day just roll a blunt and shut the fuck up because there's no need for us to sit here and watch CNN or watch the news or watch Facebook news and seeing kids that can never grow up again. Never grow up. And the violence. We got shit going on in our own soil. We look out the door and there's black people getting killed by the police needlessly. Brown people getting killed by the police needlessly. So it's just a crazy world out there, yo. So with my music, I just want to give people hope, so they can have something to look forward to. Militant minded, I'm also influenced by Tupac too.
Oh
So
yes.
a lot of my music is like around that bracket where I'm uplifting my people. I'm like the early Tupac before the Quad Studio hit. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man. I
before the
remember that.
quad studio hit, I'm all about uniting the black and brown people. That's just who I am. That's what I stand for. And there's not a lot of artists is doing that. I'm preaching education as well.
Yes.
So, like I said, I'm an educator. I graduated college, taught a class about hip hop. So, and people come to me all the time asking me what I think about certain current events and past events, because I'm a historian. So that's what
Woo,
I do.
speak that. We need that more than ever. Like you said, like you're like the modern day kind of, like you said, Tupac when he was, like you mentioned before, the beef we had with Biggie years ago. But yeah, and we need that more than ever, especially for our youth. How do you
Yeah.
feel about that? But the youth, like that, particularly what's going on in our own communities in their inner cities. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think there should be a lot of like education as far as what's going on, not just within the school, because the schools, they only want to tell you what they want to tell you. Schools don't really go on about current events. They talk about past events, and the past events that they talk about is not even 100% true. So
Speak that. Yes.
somebody just asked me that yesterday. They said, when you graduated from college, do you think it helped you as far as like you receiving knowledge? And I'm like, yes and no, because even before college I was still, my father, he taught me a lot of things. My mom, she taught me a lot of things, and I also, would go out and find information on my own. It's just college helped me perfect a lot of the things that I'm doing, as far as, when I go and I research stuff, I find sources, find the right sources. I always tell people, when you are looking at a source and you looking for information, don't go to Wikipedia,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
college will tell you, when you're doing a term paper and when you're doing research, you go to Wikipedia and they literally have like a button on top where
Where
it's
you
like a
can
little
add.
pencil button where you can actually change the text that's on the website. So for sure that you can't really trust, a site like Wikipedia. So you have to do some serious digging. And a lot of people don't want to do the serious digging because they don't want to put in the work. But it is what it is. I had a big blowout on the Double XL magazine page on Facebook when it was talking about the Joe Rogan saying the N-word.
Yeah.
And in fact, Joe made a comment about it, and people was like, well, he shouldn't use it either because he's not black. I'm like, isn't he Boricua? He's black too. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
something.
And a lot of people agree with me, but a lot of people didn't. Like, there was black people who, there's pro black people who are so pro black that they can't look at they can't identify another brother or sister. They just think, just because you speak Spanish, or just because you are a lighter tone, that don't make you black. And a lot of the misconception is people think that black just means African American, and it don't. Actually, black means anybody who have African ancestry.
Exactly.
And you look at an African American, most of the African Americans have what in them? Mixed black, African, European, and Native
A
American.
lot. A
What is a
lot.
Boricua? What is it, a Boricua?
We all mixed
African,
us up. Yeah.
African,
And you know what? Yeah.
Spanish, that's white, and
Yep.
Native American. So I was like, we all got the same ancestry. But then you also do got some, Boricuas out there who try to deny their African history. They
Exactly.
try to deny the blackness because there's a stigma on being black. And, some of them don't want to try to be categorized as the quote unquote African Americans. But it's like, you can't deny history. I can sit here and say I'm not wearing a Vero G sweater all I like, but I'm sitting here with you wearing a Vero G hoodie, with my magazine on it, so denying it,
Yeah.
it is not going to help. I seen Puerto Ricans who are darker than me saying I have no African ancestry. And
Oh man, listen.
I'm like,
Whoa.
come on, son.
I seen it. I seen it in the country. I seen it. And let me tell you something. It's sad, it's true, but it's the truth. I seen it in our culture. You seen it where they will go out of their way and separate and
Hmm.
be critical about their own people, their own race. I seen it, brother. That's why it pisses me off, because of like end of the day, we're all the same. No matter how they see it, we all bleed. We're all human. We all are
People.
whatever. Yeah.
The crazy thing is, when I talk to certain Boricuas, or when I talk to African Americans, they don't understand that, like, the same thing with Puerto Rican families and the same thing with black families. you could have family members that look damn near white, but's
Mm.
not white.
Yeah.
People go off by skin color. So if you look like Fat Joe and you got light eyes, people's not gonna automatically look at you and say, "Oh, you's a brother." But
Mhm.
Fat Joe might got a grandmother who look just like me or even darker. In black families, you have people that look black, look African. You got people who look mixed, and you got white people. I mean, you got black people who look white. That's how slavery happened. And what
Yes.
do people think about Puerto Ricans? You got the same thing. That's because, what people don't understand is they don't understand that the Spanish and the Portuguese are the ones who started the North American slave trade, the North Atlantic
Yes.
slave trade. They brought African slaves to the Caribbean and North and South and Central America 300 years before the English even came to the United States. So, like
Ooh.
I was trying to tell this one Mexican dude on the post, I said,
Mhm.
your second president was half black, Vicente Guerrero. He was half
Oh
black. The
man.
reason why he went to war with Spain was because he wanted to free his black and brown people from bondage of Spain. So a lot of people try to ignore their history, and it's like
Exactly.
you can't ignore it. You just can't. But because of white supremacy and because of colorism, they try to flip it another way. So like I said, in my music, I try to bring people together. You hear on Power to My People, I say roll call.
Yes. Yes.
Boricuas, Morenos, Nativos, Los Chicanos, Mexicanos, other Latinos. I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So that's the direction where I'm going. I'm trying to spread positivity everywhere and knowledge everywhere.
I love that. You almost answered all my questions. I'm trying to figure out what to say. No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Because we did play before you came in. We did play. We'll play it again. But
Mhm.
we big shout out to manager over here too as well. We played it on we didn't have time to go to radio show that day, but we're gonna play it this coming Wednesday officially on the radio show. So we'll play that
Cool.
for you as well. No, not a problem. Not a problem. So besides that, so all right, let's talk about now your upcoming projects, which you just mentioned. That's one of the singles, Power to My People, which you pretty much already explained what it is pretty much about. So you already answered the question, or I'm like, wait a
Yeah,
minute, wait a
yeah.
minute. So I think you pretty much explained it well. But besides that, what other songs you got coming up for your album, and tell more about that. Yeah.
Well, the actual album that I'm coming out with is called 90s Baby. And you see I
Ooh,
got the chain 90s Baby right here.
oh yes, I love it.
I was born in 1991, so being that I'm a 90s baby and I grew up in the golden era of hip hop,
Yeah.
everything about me, there's other 90s babies that are so removed from the 90s era that they're comfortable with how things are today, especially with hip hop, and I'm not. I when people ask me, "Oh, do you listen to this new artist?" and I'm like, "Nah, I'm still stuck on Tupac's 7 Day Theory, Machiavelli." You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying?
yes.
Not saying I don't give other artists I don't peep other artists, which I do, but it's like the fact, like with the whole trap thing and the mumble rap thing, I'm just not down with it. I'm from the East Coast, I'm from Pittsburgh, so the rappers that I grew up listening to, you had to be nice, you had to have some bars. um the music today is southern based markets, so that
Yeah.
means there's a lot of songs that won't make it unless it has a melodic tune to it. East Coast, when we hear something that's crazy, we sit there and we go,
Exactly.
son is nice. Son is nice. You go down south, if you ain't doing this, and shaking your dreads and everything like that, and whoo, you know, they ain't trying to hear that. That's what 50 said in the interview one day, and he was actually right. Because there's a
Yes.
lot of people that I've promoted Power to My People and other bodies of works that I've done down south, and those guys didn't like it at all because it didn't sound like what was popping.
Okay.
And like I said, with the 90s Baby, it's my album, it's who I am. I'm doing remixes to like popular 90s shows, some of them popular 90s shows. Like I got the song called 90s Baby, and it's featuring it's me featuring Lily the Goddess. Shout out to Lily the Goddess. The beat was produced by Tia Sounds. Shout out to Tia Cooper. She's amazing, amazing producer. Um, the song, the melody, the hook of the song is from the TLC. From the show All That. That was on Nickelodeon.
Man, I
You
remember
know,
that.
that was what TLC was singing the hook. You know, so I got that element, and it's basically, you know, just giving up, you know, a whole synopsis of how I grew up in the '90s. You know, things that I was anticipating. You know, growing up wearing Timberland boots and you know, watching all that, listening to Tupac and Biggie and this, that, and the third. You know, so that's, you know, that was one of the leading singles on that. I'm gonna put that out on a later date. Um, I got a song called Indigenous Nation. That's actually a remix to the Sugar Hill Gang's Apache, and it is it's a song that's just dedicated to the indigenous population of the Americas, you know. So I'm just giving them a shout out, giving my ancestors a shout out. I got a song called Bambo, Bambo. That's going to be released out at a later date. And there's other songs that I'm going to have featured on the EP. It's just I'm going to, you know, I just got to keep rewriting them and going through the process. But once the whole project is out, then I can move forward and actually start doing what I really want to do. But this song right here, Power to My People, you know, it's self-explanatory. You know, I think this is some of the songs that I think when somebody's feeling like the underdog or when somebody's feeling at like a low point, I want them to put this song on so they can get inspired, you know, to do great things. You know, there's certain times where I feel like I'm at my lowest and I'll go and I'll turn on the Sounds of Blackness. If anybody ever heard of the Sounds of Blackness, you know, it was a gospel group back in the 90s. I'm not really religious, I'm spiritual. I'm actually an atheist, but these spiritual groups, my mom used to play them all the time. You know how black women get, you know, when uh it be Sunday or Saturday and it'd be cleaning day and they
Oh
got the
yeah,
head wraps going.
they get on
Got
in
the
there.
head
Yeah.
wraps going, and you sit there and you look at your mom's and she mopping the floor, and she, you know, will put on Sounds of Blackness. And these were gospel groups who gave spiritual inspiration to people of color. And most of these songs were inspired by songs that were coming from slavery. You know, we had, you know, they had, you know, Wade in the Water. You know, there's a song called We Are the Drum, which was talking about how people of African descent need to get back to the rhythm of the drum.
Yes.
Of course, Boricuas, you know, we that never left. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
always part of
That
it.
never
Yeah.
left.
Yep.
You know, I also try to tell people, I say how slavery was in Latin America to the United States, it was just a little different. You know, the Europeans who colonized, you know, the United States, what they did was they took Africans and put them here and they stripped them away from everything that they actually, you know, were, from the
Yes.
identity, from their last name to the religion, you know, to the language, you know, even to their last name. You know, with the Spanish, it was kind of the same, but the only difference was the indigenous people mixed with the African, that mixed with the, you know, Spanish, and the African stayed there, even though it was mixed with other different things. You know, you still got people on La Isla that still worship voodoo.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they still worship voodoo. Where here in the United States, you know, I'm saying it. I'm being politically correct, but you know, in the United States, most black people are Christians, and that's a European religion. You know what I'm saying?
They would go.
So
They would transition to that. Yeah.
yeah, so you know, that's just what it is. You know, but you know, with this whole 90s baby project, you know, I want people from the East Coast. I want people from the West Coast. I even want people from down south. I want people from La Isla. I want all the Latinos to gravitate towards it. You know, I worked on projects with King Peter Hustler. Shout out to King Peter Hustler. You know, I did a couple tracks with him called Latin Love. Hangondo, OG, you know. So I'm trying to, like I said, bridge the gap because a lot of people don't know that us Latinos in hip hop, you know, we one of the people who started hip hop in the first place. You know,
Thank
it
you.
was
Yes.
yeah, it
Somebody.
was African Americans, it was Jamaicans, and it was Puerto Ricans who all created the style of hip hop. You know, Puerto Ricans were the first b-boys. You know what I'm saying? So and it's even crazy because I have one of the legendary I have the legendary the real Roxanne on my friends list. You know what
What?
I'm saying? Yeah. You know, shout out to my
Great.
boy Randy. My boy Randy, he's from the Bronx. Shout out to the Bronx, the birthplace of hip hop. We already know that. You
Yeah.
know, and he introduced me to her, and have her as a friend on Facebook. It's amazing that I have somebody like that who's a pioneer of hip hop, you
That's
know,
awesome.
that close, you know. And I also got from college, I also got Kenneth B. Morrison Jr., who's the great grandson of Frederick Douglass and Booker T. Washington. I mean, god damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
He's the,
amazing.
he's the CEO of the Frederick Douglass Foundation. So I'm connected with, you know, with people who are like minded, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. No, I mean, you don't know down the line. I don't know why I keep saying this or seeing this, but down the line, do I see you doing something of with the community work with that, with the youth and with the children, and particularly with minorities, with the music, but not only with the music, but also with civil rights. I don't know why you're picking this up right now. Weird. Do I see you doing something like that? Because I know in the music you're talking about that, but besides the music, it's something separate.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I haven't been actually active, because I'm a working man, so I'm always
Gotcha.
working and everything like that. So I try to see if I can put in some time to actually help out. After when these records will come out, I'll have
Mhm.
the momentum to actually push these things. But
Awesome.
that's something that I want to do in the future. Like I wanted to have like proceeds from
Yes.
the records that I'm coming out with to go and help, you know, still help over in Puerto Rico, you know, with the whole national disaster thing. I also want to um have proceeds to donate to like the Native American reservations that's in the US right now. I want to, you know, give history lessons to, you know, the black and brown children, you know, because
Yes.
that's what's missing. You know, we need that. I always say that the records that I come out with, I want people to listen to my album, and you might have 16 cuts, 16, 20 to 16 cuts, and the same information that you would get from going to college would be the same information that you would get within my CD, you know. So I'm always passing down knowledge. I'm always helping, even with other artists, you know, artists that I come in contact with. I tell them not only about, you know, hip hop, but also about the business. You know, like right now,
Yes.
I have my own publishing company through BMI. I'm
Oh
also
shoot.
a writer, you know.
Awesome.
So when I go and I talk to these artists and even the producers, because there's a lot of producers who just makes beats and don't
Mhm.
have music license. And I'm like, well, if you want
Yes.
residuals, this is something that you're going to have to do. Because any real artist that you come in contact with and you say, hey, I make beats, this, that, and the third, and you be like, all right, do you got your music license? Because I'm not trying to do business with you if you don't have all your ducks in a row.
Exactly.
So with other artists and with producers, I try to drop them jewels. I even try to, you know, if they have a hard time, I'll even help them with the application, you know, to, you know, get things filled out and everything like that. So I'm a generous guy. You know, there's no reason why I shouldn't pass on this knowledge and this information to other
Mhm.
artists. I didn't get I had this information a long time ago, but I didn't really actually get to it, you know, until later on in my career. You know, if I actually would have knew what I knew now 10 years ago, I probably would have been on a lot, you know, a lot early on. But, you know, timing is everything, and the time is now for me to, you know, put
Exactly.
that power to the people.
Exactly. You read my mind. I know what's going on, but exactly, I was just saying that everything is timing. Sometimes if it's not meant for the moment, but in due time, it would happen in time. So
Right.
definitely know about that. Awesome. See, it's just where I be. Well, we'll talk privately. There's a reason why I said that. But and mind you, I bet you nobody knew about that, right?
Nah, nah.
See, see, you already know what I'm about to say, but I don't want to say too much to scare people. But You read me and I read you, so I'm not gonna say much, but that's right, baby. We're about to sorry. But besides that, so before we're gonna play two I played it earlier, but we'll play it again because you're on the show now. So we're gonna play in a few minutes Power to My People, the latest single. And then we're gonna play I played a throwback, which I did some research and I was like, damn, why you didn't like you did a couple years back. It's called let me make sure I get it right. It's called Smart is the New Gangster. Now I played that. Now I know no, there's a reason why I played it because I wanted to show the viewers and the audience that like your growth as an artist like is has gone exceptionally well. I mean, and
Yeah.
even then, like showing that it was like a video collage or so, and the song, but it's still good. So
You you know what?
like, go
The
ahead, go ahead.
throwbacks, like, man, that's funny. That's what's up. You did some research. That's
No
crazy.
problem, man, no
That
problem.
the funny thing is, I'm actually going to redo "Smart as the New Gangster."
Got it. Oh wow.
Because
Okay.
like that song, like that song right there, like it's just it's just telling people, all the things that you do, you just got to be smart about what you got to do, and when I wrote this, I think this was like back in 2014. And the only problem I had with my writing thing was like my delivery. So I was
Okay.
working on my delivery all that time. There was one point in time I used to rap real fast. Like I used to rap like West Coast kind of fast.
I heard it and I was like, whoa, oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Because my older joints, I have a lot of gems on there. Like there's a song I got that's called Unity,
Okay.
and it's a remix off of Queen Latifah's Unity. I used that beat on a mixtape.
Oh, that's a
And
classic.
like I be telling, like I be banging female artists. Like seriously, like I ain't
Damn.
got no shame. Like you'll find Queen Latifah in my shit. You'll find Lil Kim. You'll find Foxy Brown. You'll find MC Light. My favorite song of MC Light is
Ooh.
Roughneck. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
So
man. Now I
you
like Pepper
know,
Thin. That's my shit right there.
yeah, your paper. Yup, yup, yup. So like these are things that's going on. So with Unity was basically a description of the police brutality. I had a close friend of mine who unfortunately was a victim of police brutality. Thank the ancestors that he didn't die from it, but he suffered emotional distress from it, financial, economic distress from it. And it was basically the first verse was talking about my first encounters with the police, and I was like
Mm.
17, and I was in high school. And at my high school, we had a problem at that school. We had gang problems, like people from other neighborhoods was coming up to the school,
Wow.
trying to start some beef with people who was going to a school from a different neighborhood. So we had to have police come up there, and it was to the point where I had to walk around with a bulletproof vest. Like some of my closest friends, some of my
Wow.
closest
That's
friends,
crazy on there.
even till this day, people I went to high school, they were like, "Yo, that's the dude who used to rock the bulletproof vests and everything like that." And
Yeah, you
you
could have been
know,
14
um,
unit.
uh, exactly,
See?
exactly, this it's the G unit, so. That's why they used to call me Lil 50 or Lil Lloyd Banks, because they say I look like Lloyd Banks a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's what they say all the time. So, but I'm walking up the hill and I'm going to my grandmother's house because I went over to my grandmother's house after school, and she lived in the city,
Okay.
and she didn't live near my school. I had to catch like an actual public transportation to get to it. My
Oh,
mom, she worked, so I would go to my grandmother's house. Before I go to my grandmother's house, I would either go to the library, or I'd go to the mixtape store and buy mixtapes, or I would go to the gym to work out and box. And I'm walking up the hill, and all of a sudden, this white van come out of nowhere, and two unmarked policemen come out, and they're giving me the whole good cop, bad cop routine. The one's asking me about my day, the other one's cussing me the hell out,
oh my god.
and search me and say, "Do I have any drugs or guns on me?" Now, there's white kids walking up the same damn hill, but because I fit the description of somebody that they all looking for, of course they pinpoint me, not understanding that I actually go to the school that they're supposed to be protecting. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So, that was the first verse. And then within the chorus, I had a news clip of what happened to my homie where he was just leaving a mutual friends of ours house to go to his house, and a car came up with like four policemen that had it was out of nowhere. It was dark, and when you in the hood and four people come out the car and they chasing you, the first instinct is, yo, I gotta get out of here. And they caught up to him and roughed him up to the point where his eye was swollen like this big. They ripped out his dreads and everything like that. The NAACP was called. Them niggas ain't do shit. So,
Wow.
People got to understand the NAACP is not the organization that it was back in the 60s and 70s.
Yes.
They would rather for you to settle on some money rather than to actual, receive justice. And because of that, he wasn't able to get a job because of the backlash that he was getting. Even though he was 100% innocent, no company would want to touch him. He actually thought about changing his name and everything like that. So, that was the whole unity thing. And then the second verse, the last verse of the unity, I was talking about the whole Kendrick Johnson situation where he was murdered in the school and he was found wrapped up and all his organs taken out. And still till this day, still nobody knows what the hell happened.
I was
You know
looking
what
into
I'm
that
saying?
case too. I was looking into that, and I was like, "There's some hidden to me between you and me, and everyone's watching right now. We know that's an inside job automatically
Mm-hmm. Oh
because
yeah.
there's no way. Yeah, no cameras, nothing. No.
Nada, not nothing. So, with Smart as a New Gangster, when I wrote that, like I said, I dropped a lot of jewels back then. It's just the fact that, by me trying to get my practice up as far as, my delivery and going deep within certain situations with the bars and everything, I just had to elevate. You'll find that with any artist, even, with my Eminem. I tell people about Eminem. There's people who hate Eminem and they say, all he talks about is killing bitches and talking about his mom and popping pills. And I'm like, well, that's only one part of Eminem. I said, y'all probably haven't got past the Slim Shady part. Y'all haven't
Exactly.
got past the Marshall Mathers LP and everything. But I tell people, I said, there's a difference between Slim Shady, Eminem, and Marshall Mathers when he's rapping. And I was like, and the fact that throughout the years, you could see how much he changed within his rhymes. A lot of
Yeah.
people say they don't like him now because he's not as zany as he was back then. I was like, well, back then he was on drugs. So you
Yeah.
want the artist to self-destruct in front of you just so you can be entertained rather than him growing up and him almost, reaching the 50. Artists today are not either they dying at 50 or they dying a lot younger. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. But Smart as the New Gangster, that was one of my favorite joints that I put out because it really meant something.
Oh, that's no, I love it because, and we're gonna take a break and we're gonna play both videos in a minute. But before that, when I played the first time and I saw everything and it was just amazing. It was like a kind of a collage of growth, and I saw the part where it mentioned. I think you showed it was a diploma or something you had in your hands or degree. I think it was a degree or something, and it was just amazing to see. Like it's in a way to me, what I got from the song was pretty much like what do you mean? Smart as the new gangster. Now it's okay to be intelligent. You don't have to be in the street gang banging or doing what you have to do. It's getting a college education or getting a degree. It's I know you're gonna have to pay loans or whatever case you be, depending on how you do it. But end of the day,
Mhm.
unless you got something that's gonna back you up to get a job or whatever the case may be, to help you to feed your family, take care of yourself. So I love
Right.
that.
The only thing I don't like about colleges is colleges they will push you to have degrees on that aren't really popping right now.
Yes.
Back in high school, not in my time, but maybe my older sister's time to my mom and my dad's time, where they had trade schools.
I
And
remember
you
that.
go to these trade schools and you can come right out of high school and become a certified electrician, a certified plumber, a certified technician. These were stuff that actually you can go to the community and actually do very well in, because these service jobs that people need. So
Exactly.
a lot of the joints, I graduated with a history degree. My
Nice.
whole dream was to work in a museum and become a historian and do some deep digging on certain things. Now guess what? when COVID hit back in 2020, a lot of those jobs was non-existent. You
Yeah.
know, so the job that I got is essential. So we was open. We didn't shut down. If anything, we had more hours because we was essential.
You're like,
So
yes.
yeah, so it's like you know, it's different things, and a lot of people don't know definition of words. They don't know the definition between a gangster and a thug. You know,
Mm.
gangsters, they don't like to go to war all like that because they know as much as they're gonna hit that person, they can get hit just as hard. You know, it's so that gangster going to war is like the last thing you would want to do in a situation like that because both parties lose on both sides. You know, so you got somebody. I remember back when I was a teen, and my mom, she had, you know, she would have us have counselors because my mom had issues. Me and my mom had issues back in the day,
Okay.
and my mom, she didn't understand because she was taking me to my grandmother's house that was just right in the hood in the middle of, you know, Crip territory. You know what I'm
Ooh.
saying? So some of my friends were gangbanging. You know, I stood close to the, like, my family, some of my family members were gangbanging. So she didn't understand why I was in the neighborhood, even though she dropped me off. I'm like, I'm 15 years old. You think I'm going to be sitting in the house with two elderly women in the house? Nah, I'm going to take my black ass outside. So you know, she didn't understand why I was hanging out with people like that. And I say, look, this is where hip hop started. Hip hop started in the hood.
Yeah.
We live in the suburbs. My mom live in the suburbs. I said, there's nobody around here that got anything in common what I have going on. You know, a lot of the people who know about hip hop, they only know about, you know, what's on the top 40. They don't know real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They
Exactly.
like whoever's on the radio. So I was like, I go to the hood, I'm on the corner battling people. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm
Ooh,
going out
yeah.
meeting people. I'm going out, you know, just trying to spread my buzz. You know, so the counselor, she told me, she said, you over here thinking you a gangster. I know I counsel gangsters, you know, kids who sit in the jail cell. And I told her, I said, the kids that you have counseling and they're sitting in the jail cell, they're not gangsters. She was like, they are gangster. I said, how? How are they
Mm.
gangster? What's the definition of a gangster? Look up in the Webster's dictionary, will say organized crime. How are you organized? You sitting in a jail cell.
Hello.
So I was like, nah, they thugs. They is the type of people that the gangsters get to go do their dirty work.
Exactly.
So I was like, so nah, they're not gangsters. Because if they was gangsters, they wouldn't be in the predicament where they was at. So
That's true.
you know, that's just how it is. So when I say smart is the new gangster, I tell people you got to be smart about doing everything you do. You got to be mindful about everything. You know, our mind is beautiful, man. They say we only use 10% of our brain. Imagine if we actually used 50, only 50.
Man, what? It'd be crazy.
Yeah. Maybe we wouldn't go to war. Like I said, maybe you
Yeah.
know, I was like, maybe we can just settle this not by nuclear bombs and nuclear weapons. Maybe we could just settle this in a nice game of pool. You know, give me the pool stick. You know, we'll to make it fair, we'll play best 2 out of 3, so no one
Shit.
feels slighted. And
Yeah.
I was like, whoever wins, you get to have whatever. And then it goes to a certain period of time. If the occupying force, the other side want to try again, you can go and try again. But I think war brings money. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? War
exactly.
brings money. War brings this. War brings that. You know, so it's a business. It's a business. So
Of course.
I just want
We're the
people to
goal.
just, you know, just be like,
Man.
hey, man.
Real quickly before we get into the music part, you like I said, it's true what someone said the other day. War production is, like you mentioned, jobs for them to kill people, murder, right? But then let's say the jails are overcrowded, the schools, lack of education. Do you see how all the system is all broken? So it's
Yeah,
like how they have money to go spend on war, but they don't have jobs for people that need to get like off unemployment and get a job. So you see how it's
they
all
got them. They got the money. I realized that when they came out with the stimulus checks, giving everybody 1,200 and 2,400 and this, that, and the third. They got the money to do so. It's just that they don't think that it's beneficial to them to do so. You know, so that's the whole thing. People don't think, you know, like I said, war is a business. So at one point I was telling somebody, excuse me,
it's okay.
about the United States. You got people who are so American that they don't want to like acknowledge the fucked up shit that goes on in America. They just don't want to accept it. You know, the one guy, he was saying, you know, well, America, if you don't like America, you can always go to somewhere else. I'm like, first of all, I got Native American blood in me, so I ain't going nowhere.
Woo,
That's one.
speak that. Exactly.
Yeah. I was like, two, you do know that there's other places around the world that are better than the United States, right? We don't make anything no more. We're not number one in production anymore. We was my city, Pittsburgh. We were number one in glass, the production of glass. We were the number one in steel. Okay. We were number. That's why the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know,
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
fuck with. I don't fuck with NFL ever since, you know, they boycotted Carlin and everything like that. I haven't watched a football game since. I don't give a damn if Jay-Z run it or not. That's just me. But I think, you know, we was number one in steel during World War I and World War II. Why do you think the United States got dragged into the shit? Because we were supplying both sides with fucking weaponry. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, America hasn't been leading in number one as far as cars goes. The last time I checked, it was Volkswagen that was the number one thing.
Ooh.
Over in Africa, the number one car over there, I think, is a fucking BMW. And we got Ford that breaks down. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, yo, we as a nation, we gotta realize that we gotta do better. And like I said, war does, you know, make money for a lot of people. That's why they're so gun-ho about going to war, but it really hurts the civilians. You know, that's what it really do, is it hurts the civilians. I'm like, when Eminem came out with the March record, and this is what I be telling when I try to tell people when they say, oh, Eminem don't rap about anything. I said, since 2004, Eminem been actually political on stuff. It's just the people who don't follow Eminem or don't listen to Eminem has an opinion on certain things. But I was like, he made Mosh Pit, which is what was about, you know, anti-war and anti-Bush administration. He came out with a freestyle dissing Trump. He said, any of my white fan base who love me, who also vote for Trump, you can go ahead with all that. You know, so that's what artists, I think that's what artists should do, is they should use their platform to talk to the black and brown people about what's going on. I seen an interview, I had a mixtape. It was called No One Shot You Straight Shooting. It's on that Piff. And there was a intro that I did. And the intro had Young Thug on there, and there was a woman who was interviewing him talking about, do you think that artists should speak about police brutality and everything? And he was like, nah, man, we iced up, we this, that, and the third. We let the laws and the critics deal with that bullshit. And it's like, you as an artist has a responsibility to the public.
Yes.
So your songs is all about club shit and living the alternative lifestyle and everything. That's cool. But what are you as an artist? What can you say as an artist that you said, you know what, my music actually helped people? And there's not a lot of artists today that people can say, well, this artist, other than like the J. Coles and the Kendricks and everything like that, you know, that actually inspired people, the Hobsons too, you know. But like I said, a lot of the artists, they just with the booty shaking and the popping mollies and all that other bullshit that don't mean nothing after when you sober the fuck up.
What's trending pretty much at the moment.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same way with Gucci. I felt kind of disappointed when I watched that a little video with Jim Jones in the Gucci store. He was getting turned down.
Oh, he was like, I spent this money. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And I was like, they just came out with a Gucci black face sweater like a year and a half ago to 2 years ago, and you still going to Gucci? They know they don't want no black dollars. They don't care how rich you are. They don't care if you drop 1 M on the table right now. They don't like your money. They would rather keep their money to the exclusive, you know, rich elites Not the athletes, not the entertainers. They don't really want our dollars and everything like that. They'll take it, of course, but they don't want it. So it's like, that's why I miss the urban wear. You know, I miss, Fat Form. I miss G Unit. I miss Baby
Fubu,
Fat.
man. I gotta say
Fubu. For you, by you.
That's right.
That's it. For you, by you. So that's just what it is. So I be trying to tell people, when it comes to it, when we have black businesses, we support black businesses. That's why, like, certain things, like, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving at all. I'm Native American. I don't even eat the food. Thanksgiving, come give me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm good.
Okay.
I don't really celebrate Christmas, but I do celebrate Kwanzaa.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa, it tells you to go and put your dollars into your people's business. Whatever business you have, go and support your business. So that's just what it is. It's the power to the people.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. And I think that's our cue to play this song right now. I'm like, it's perfect timing. So we're gonna take a little break. Stay right there. Don't move. We're gonna play no problem. We're gonna play your single "Power to My People," and we're gonna play the throwback song "Smart is the New Gangster," and then we'll be right back. We got more to come. Definitely. Guys are watching the wrong show. Healing Your Soul Sunday show with your host Vero G and artist Rap Star. So stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. All right, here we go, people. Let's get it. Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, get that situated. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
I want to make an anthem. Okay. Like, remember when rappers had anthems? Yeah, I remember. I want to create or recreate that move. Okay. Something like, kick that shit. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. Roll call. Boricuas, morenos, nativos, los Chicano, Mexicano, or the Latinos. You know I do it for my black and brown hermanos. So let's shout it all the way to the Sao Paulo. Power to my people have power. Every other day we taking a hater shower. From the racist to hypocrites, the punk is cowards. We don't die, we multiply by the hour. Go ahead, do it again, pump your fist. It's time to show these what it is. So tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. Come in. They're straight to number, so let's handle biz. The revolution will be televised, eyes wide, no TV gas, first person narrative. The cameraman just right outside. Soldiers, all information marching in a perfect line. My people so extraordinary, so resilient. Divided in every sense, so brilliant. I ain't down with that fuck shit. You ain't down with that fuck shit. This make me wanna buck shit. Salute to the youth of now. Juries are fighting for that justice. No way you get touched this. No way you get hushed this. Governments all corrupted. It's the R to the A to the P, SCA to the all times 2. I'm fighting for you, and you. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. Power to my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours. All for one, or just one for all. Together we stand. Divided we fall. You ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. I'm Huey P. Newton with a Pittsburgh fitted on. Afro Boricua, I'm way strong. I'm Shasha Yemenis with a bulletproof vest on. This is for my hit day, the show, our better day. Strive for greatness, let nothing get in your way. Wanna buy some land, wanna buy an estate. This financial growth, homie, it starts today. We the blacks, we the reds, we the browns, say it we loud. Power to my people people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. Power to my people, cause my people got power. My people got power. The whole world is ours.
Oh,
Yeah. It's for all my young black, young Latinos, young minorities, you know. It's man over matter. You gotta rise above it. Go in that house when the streets lights on. But then it's that revolver spinning like a cyclone. I'm spitting truth every time my mic's on. Put the Teflon on, I'm striking like a python. I struggle for my freedom, yeah, the fight's on. If you ain't down with the cause, then go get your hike on. Ex-slave my blood, see the mark from the chains and the whips. A new millennium, important, change the whips. If you ask me, it's reverse psychology. Extinction of a black man is reverse biology. Rise to the top, sun god like Apollo B. Society took our history, we need it back with no apology. Educate your mind, free you from ignorance. Crack open a book rather than a bottle, get more intelligent. Go deep in your mind and see where it take you. Pay attention and listen, smart as the new gangster. 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 And don't be the wank. The streets that have wrap up in sheets like bedtime. Why does having a misdemeanor feel like you're doing bedtime? It's not, you just sit watching time go by. And when you get out, you really see how fast time flies. You sitting around thinking, damn, my life is bad. Remember families getting bombed over in Afghanistan. Life is much more precious, more than your memories. I'm trying to have my name echo throughout the century. Me spending time locked up is f***ed up. Either standing for your rights or shut the f*** up. I'm getting fed up with the police show. Red time, get going crazy. Watch a police show. Feeling easy when I talk to my girl on my phone. It feels good when you have people waiting for your return. Some have no mom, no hold them down. Nothing positive if and when they come out. Smart as the new gangster. Smart as the new gangster. Smart as the new gangster. And don't be a
Yeah. It's rap star.
smart as the new gangster.
The professor.
Smart as the new gangster.
You know, you gotta rise above the bull.
Smart as the new gangster.
Smart as the new gangster. You know, you gotta be smart about it. You know,
And don't be a
in the jails, it's like slavery. It's the slave system all over again. You know, you got the inmates, you got the COs, then you got the warden, you got the slaves, overseers, and the master. History repeating itself all over again, man. So you gotta be smart about it. Live your life. It's good. Smarter than the gangster.
yes. I was like, wait, I know song. Yes. I love it. I love it. It's just so amazing. Like I said, like, we had to show it again because, like you said, you see, like, you know, the latest song you did, and then this one, it shows the growth, and also, like I said, it's still good. So I just want to show people, you know, in the sense that you can have a balance in that sense in your music and that. So yeah.
Oh yeah, that song bring back memories, you know, because me watching the video, you know, I put that video together, you know,
Wow.
so what it was like a compilation of like Rap Star, you know, at that point, you know, when I wrote that song, I was locked up for like 30 days or some bullshit. So I had a bench warrant, so I couldn't get out until I actually, you know, had to get the, you know, okay. When you don't know nothing that's going on, when you locked up, that's, you know, what gets you is not knowing what's going on, and you're dependent on people on the outside to handle your business for you. So I wrote that song while I was locked up, and then when I got out after the 31st day, I was like, okay, I got I gotta get this out, So when I'm like, yo, I was like Tupac, writing songs while I was in jail, So you know that's why I was explaining about the jail system. Me being in that situation, I never want to be in that situation again, because it seems like we're backpedaling. So I seen it in there. I was like, damn, yeah, I'm never you know going to try to be in that situation again, if I can help it. But you know that song right there, like I had videos of like me in the concert. Like I opened up for Hops in 2012.
That's
And
nice.
yeah, and the DJ the DJ that was behind me, that was actually my college professor.
Get out of here.
Hmm.
Wow.
That
I
was
tell you,
one of my
multitask.
oh yeah, he was DJing and grading papers at the same time.
You were like, you hold on, let me do my side hustle and then do what I do.
Yeah, shout out to him, man. His name is Mike Slavin, Sonic Professor. He's
Nice.
he's he's dope. I've been rocking with him since I started, college. So yeah, he DJ'd for me there. And like I said, I was opening up for Hobson, and I remember a coworker of mine. He's showing me like some older stuff that Hobson had, like the Ill Minds of Hobson 5 through 8 and everything. He's like showing me, and I'm like, damn, I remember when we was at the concert. We standing back to back with each other, signing autographs and everything,
That's awesome.
So that was something that got me. And then I met KRS-One when I was in college too.
What?
And
How does that
yeah,
experience? Like to me,
you know what? It means so much more to me now. I mean, it meant a lot to me back then, but it means so much more to me now, because when I'm watching interviews, like, 50 Cent interviews, and they ask him who's his favorite artist, and he said, I didn't really have favorite artists, but I had favorite artist moments. And his favorite artist at that time was KRS-One. So it's like, imagine your favorite artist and then listening to your favorite, artist, and
mm-hmm.
it's like, wow, the person that I look up to you,
Yeah.
and I'm standing here with you, you know. He's an amazing guy. When I heard him speak, it elevated something in me. Like I had to do better. It's like I compare my career and my style to Dragon Ball Z.
Oh
And
wow.
it's like, if anybody knows Dragon Ball Z and all the things that Goku went to reach the levels that he left, that he had, like, when he found out that he wasn't a human, and from Vegeta and his brother and Nappa and everything like that, he had to achieve a level to train with King Kai, that
Wow.
was a god, and he had to train with him to even be even with Vegeta. Not even, but to actually survive what was going on. And then it went to Namek, and he was training on 500 gravity times gravity in his thing. And then when he got to the Frieza saga, he leveled up and became a Super Saiyan after the death of his best friend. And each saga, he leveled up. And I find different points in my career where I leveled up. And that was a point where I leveled up when I met KRS-One. I got a picture with him. I even told him, I said, hey, yo, you won that battle with Nelly, man. Quit playing, yo.
Ah, I
You
number
quit
one. Yeah, yeah.
playing, man. I was like, yo, I bought Nelly. It was cool.
Yeah.
The whole number one record was a all right record. I like number one, and then little lines that he said. But when he came out with the real hip hop is over here. Hey yo, Nelly,
Woo.
you ain't for real, and you ain't universal. Your whole thing came like an NC commercial. Like
Woo.
like come on, man. Like I was like, come on, Nelly ain't messing with Chris, man. What? Come on,
He's a
son.
legend. He's a
Yeah,
legend.
and then like the whole bridge wars.
I
I'm
remember that.
watching I'm watching Beef. I watch, like, I got some hip hop DVDs. Like I
Oh
said,
my
I'm
God,
a
you remember
historian,
that?
so
Smack
I got hip
beef
hop
rap.
DVDs. I got, like, right now I got, like, um I got a documentary of Eminem called AKA. I got 3 50 Cent documentaries. I got the Tupac Resurrection DVD. I got a DVD with the West Coast hip hop that talks about everything that happened, how West Coast hip hop came through. I got the Beef DVDs from Volume 1 to Volume 3. And me
Ooh,
watching these beef videos and seeing how the battles were, with KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions versus the Juice Crew. We talking the Bronx versus Queens. You know what I'm saying? And the real Roxanne, UTFO versus Shantae, Roxanne
yes,
Shantae.
yeah,
The real Shantae, UTFO, and Roxanne Shantae. And that's why I don't mind telling people that I'm influenced by a female MC. I seen it with Nas when I watched the documentary on the Roxanne Shantae, and you had Nas in there. Nas said he was influenced by Roxanne Shantae. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
It's
So
true.
it's like kind of like the Catholic religion. The Catholic religion, of course, they believe in God and they believe in Jesus and everything like that. But who do they pray to? They pray to the Madonna. They pray to Mary. That's just me being in Catholic school for half my life, so I know about
That's
that.
fine.
So that's just what it is. So it's just amazing, just me rewatching the video, because I haven't watched my old videos in a while, like a
Wow.
while. So I'm like, oh man, that's crazy.
No, but it's in a way, it's kind of like, wow, it's a good feeling, because sometimes you'd be like, damn, like that was the shit. And now looking back and look at it now, like look at my music, like it's grown. It's the growth is there, and
Yeah,
just to show people, no matter what, just your music's still shit. It's still the shit. Like it's still good. Like so, you know, it's just you know what I'm saying, right? So I'm just
yeah.
trying to get the whole concept on that, but
Yeah, cause I look at it, because the on my I got a whole bunch of stuff on my SoundCloud. Like, I have a lot of my old materials on my SoundCloud. You can check that out. Go to SoundCloud.com/Rapstar, RAPSTARR. And actually, I think I do have. It's either the picture that I have. I think it's either the Vero G magazine that I have on there, or it's actually the picture that I took with the Vero G sweater on. But it's one of them, and you'll
that's
find me.
awesome.
And I have jewels, like I got a song called Marijuana Dreaming, that's like all the way back, like 2015. I got a
Oh,
song called Holla.
dang.
I did a remix to Little Kim's Crush on You called Call Me.
Oh, you gotta
I
send
got
me
a
that one. I gotta check
Oh
that one
yeah.
out.
Oh
I want
yeah. I got another Little Kim remix. I did a song, a remix to Little Kim's Aunt Dot. That's one of my favorite songs by Little Kim, is Aunt Dot. That's on her second album, The Notorious KIM. And what I did was, back then, I always haven't been religious, but I've been spiritual.
yes.
So back at that time when I was spiritual, um, the content of that record was basically a hip hop artist who was kind of in despair of how the hip hop industry was,
Yeah.
and the artist, who was me, was in front of a portrait of Black Jesus, and I'm talking to God, talking about how the hip hop industry has changed and how I didn't like it and how this, that, and the third. And right beside the picture of Jesus was a picture of Biggie and a picture of Tupac. And while I'm
Dang.
talking to God, I feel the essence of Tupac talking to me. So I used my voice and tried to disguise my voice as Tupac as much as I can, with also little sound bits from Tupac's actual voice, so you would know that it was actually him. So
Wow.
there's a bar that I say that he's saying that I'm sitting on the what did he say? He said, I'm sitting on the west side of the Father. So when I say I'm sitting on the west side of the fault, you hear Pac in the background saying west side. And then I also come in a little later, I have Biggie Smalls. So
What?
I try to disguise my voice as Biggie Smalls, and it wasn't hard because I already got an East Coast, tone to my voice. So I had to hold in my voice like I was literally that big and tried to rap like that. And then even had little sound bits of him. So when you know Big was coming or the interpretation of Big was coming, you hear Big's voice in the background saying, uh, you know.
Damn,
So
that's just crazy.
that was one of my. I think I was really high that day when I wrote that joint.
No,
I
but
was.
listen, man, you did your shit, man.
Oh man, like I got so much shit. I got a song that I got with some African an African group called ATL. We had a song called Black Nation. I'd have a couple reggaeton joints as well on there. I got a song called Afro Latino on there. I got another one called Viva Puerto Rico. Um, I got a song called Righteous King. That's basically like a New York boom bap type anthem, yo. Like it's just crazy. I did a remix to Sierra's Body Party. I did a song called Mona Lisa, dedicating to my wife. I did a remix to what's that song? Make It Last Forever with Joe Nas and
Oh, gotta do that to me now,
Joe
man.
Nas and Mariah Carey, dedicated to
That's
my wife. So
that's
I
beautiful.
get the remixing. Like I'm saying a lot of remixes, but what people gotta realize was I grew up in the early 2000s with the mixtape game was really heavy,
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
a lot of people don't like. I listen to Clue, DJ Envy, DJ K Slay, DJ Enough, DJ Who Kid. You know,
Yeah,
uh,
throwbacks.
uh, uh, I learned how to write songs by listening to the G Unit mixtape, the mixtape series from 1 all the way to 25, volume 25. Even the
Ooh.
little G Unit mixtapes that was before that, like the 50 Cent is the Future and No Mercy, No Fear, and Automatic Gunfire. Even the ones after that from uh uh what was that joint? Elephant in the Sand when 50 Cent was going at Fat Joe. You
Shit,
know,
that was back in the day.
uh
I remember that.
man, and you know what? You know what's crazy? I fucks with Fat Joe so much, but because I was a G Unit fan, I kind of felt guilty by fucking with
Ah,
Fat Joe. Because I fucks with him so much. Like now I really fuck with Fat Joe. Like he got his podcast and I fucks with him. Like I
okay.
like to the point where my favorite Fat Joe song is the song called We Run This Shit. And
Ah, that's a good
he
one.
was like case closed, Cassie closed, but this is not a close call. It's so for y'all, brain splattered on the wall, arms missing, anything that like what? Like come on, yo.
That's,
And then of course me listening to reggaeton, me listening to the Don O'Malley, my
oh
favorite
man,
reggaeton song is the Afro Latino remix with Don O'More, Nori, Fat Joe, Lade Ah. Um it was just crazy, like uh that whole reggaeton joint was just crazy,
yeah.
so I was listening to Fat Joe, even with the with the 50 Cent joint, and
I remember
like
that
I
shit.
said, I
Yeah.
was listening to my fofo.
Uh
and,
oh.
and I was listening to my fofo and I'm sitting there like, hey yo, I can't hate, this shit is fire. Like this shit is fire, yo. Listening to 300 Brolic, like oh shit.
You
like
can't make this shit up, man.
like I was like, yo, man. So I was like, yo, and that's why I was bugging out. You made a song with fucking Cuban Link. Like I'm
Yeah,
like, oh
yeah,
shit. Like
yeah,
I was like, that's a legend right there, yo. So, you
yeah. He's
know,
cool dude, man. He's a cool
yeah,
dude.
like that. I get excited when I see legends. Sometimes I don't know how to act. I don't know if I want to act like an artist or want to act like a fan. Because when I seen DMX, that kind of blew my chances. I could have said, "Hey, yo, X, let me drop something right there," but I was just so dumbfounded that I seen X.
Like
Because
he's there. Like
like he's there. Like it was funny. Like I'm waiting outside the club. My
Yeah.
man's, I'm waiting for him to come through, and there's like 30 Rough Rider guys up and down the street on quads, just going up and down the street. And then there's like a black Suburban. And then when the Suburban comes, 4 Rough Rider guys hop out with X is following right behind them. And there's a bike, a motorcycle between me and him. And I was like, hey, yo, X, big fan, yo. Go and splow him up. He looks at me. He looks at the bike. He's like, hey, yo, that's your bike. And I'm like, nah, that ain't my bike, man. He's
Oh
like,
shit.
I'm just saying, cause you know, you wearing blue, white, the bike's wearing blue, white, you know, I just thought that was your blue, white.
Yeah,
I just
that's
thought that's
it.
your bike,
Yeah.
yo. And I was like, yo, nah, man. We go inside the club. I'm in VIP. He's sitting right behind me. I'm like, X, can I get a
Wow.
picture from you? And he's like, you the man from out there, right? I'm like, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, I'm on, yeah.
You're
Like,
going for the bike, yeah.
yo, like that. And
Right.
I used to do impressions all the time. Like my favorite rappers, like he was one of my favorites to do. And I'd be in college and people would get me out of my dorm and be like, yo, we want you to rap for us. And I'd be like, I don't feel like rapping any of my own stuff right now. So I'll just give y'all a sample. And I go and I'll be like, hey, yo, what's up? It's the kid 50 Cent, man. Hey, yo, man, Southside Jamaica, Queens, you heard me? You know how it's going down, man. You
Oh
already
my.
know. Chit G, you Nick. You know what it is, man. Hey, yo, who's next, yo? Hey, yo, it's your man X, yo. You know how you do it, Dizzy. You know? What's up, yo? Where you at? What?
Oh my
Crazy.
god. He's too
You
hot,
know,
yo.
so I
No,
be just going in, you know. So it's all fun. I love hip hop. I love hip hop with a passion, you know, hip hop.
that's awesome.
If it wasn't for hip hop, I don't know what type of individual I would be, you know, right now. But I have so much love for the culture, the music, the culture, the people who paved the ways before me. You know,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing right now.
Amen to that. Now I have a few more questions to ask you. The first one is, what are your future goals? Like let's say from 2 years from now, besides, with your music career, like what things you want to do that you haven't tapped into yet with that?
What I really want is I want my music to be respected in academic circles. You know what I'm saying? I want, you know, when I was in college, I had this class. It was called I think it was like Intro to Interpretation or something like that.
Okay.
And we had to do a lot of interpreting. And one of the things that I did was I did a poem by Tupac.
Oh man.
And I think it was you never had a friend like me. I want to say it was like I think it was that. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But Tupac's words alone is respected in academic, you know, circles. And that's what I want my music to be. I want it to be respected in academic circles where I want my songs to become like a reference point. You know, when you writing a term paper and they say you got to list all your sources and everything, I want my music to be one of those sources that you would have to do, because I do research. I don't do no bullshit. Like I actually research some stuff. Like um the other day I had some dude unfriend me
Mhm.
because I guess he meant well, but he didn't do any digging. And what the post was, he was saying that the actual guy of Mozart was supposedly black and not white. And I listen to Mozart. My
Wow.
One of my favorite movies is fucking Amadeus. Like this is how diverse I am. I watch Amadeus. So I was like, I don't know if that's true. I said, but I'm a research it. And he had a picture
You
of
got to, man. Yeah.
yeah, he had a picture of what you know what he was supposedly look like if he was black. And I happened to research and I found that picture, but the picture wasn't even Mozart. They said he was like the black Mozart, and he was born in 1770 something,
Wow.
and he was a composer. And his name was completely different. So I went and I screenshot it and I said, look, man, that's not true. This is the actual guy who the picture that you saying who's Mozart black. I got off of work that day. By the time I came home, which was only like 30 minutes, the dude ended up deleting me.
Wow.
And it's like I understand that certain knowledges have an agenda. like me being, black and everything, of course I know that a lot of history has been whitewashed, but
Yes.
also in the same time you have pro-black historians. I won't even say historians, but pro-black people who want to get back to black history. They just find anything to say, well, this person, this was black too. And like, did you just read that on an article or did you actually research that? You know,
Exactly. Which one is it?
so I guess he got mad because, there was also another one where um I was gonna research it, and my man kind of jumped the gun and spilled it for me because like days like this on Sundays, if there's like something that I actually want to research, I'll take this day and time to actually review it. And they were saying that the word hurricane, came from like African slaves who
Yes, I heard about
were that, but that's not technically true. That's not necessarily true. The hurricane word actually came from the Tainos.
See, they always mislead shit. Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Yep.
and it's for an agenda. So it's like, of course I'm going to, of course, always be pro-black and pro Boricua, but if there's any information out there that's misinterpreted, can't really support that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I can't really support that while it's not true, regardless if it's for people or not. I just can't do it. There's a lot of times where I had to check people, like just different people. I had to check them to, like, yo, that's not right. Like I was talking about the whole black and the Puerto Ricans having black, and people saying, well, not all Puerto Ricans have black in them. I'm like, why? Just because they don't look black? Just because they're light skinned and got light eyes, and some of them might have straight hair? They might not look black, but they might have a grandmother who probably looked like me. you
Exactly.
know so it's just funny how people, they want to ignore the truth. A lot of people don't want to take the time to actually research and study. They just want to take things as face value and say, well, that's how it is. And it's like, nah, that's not how it is. Somebody told me that the first slave master in America was black. I said, how does that happen when you have
Wow.
Spanish who had African slaves 300 years before the United States had it?
Mm-hmm.
So I be trying to get people, people, they also like to racist and certain black people who like to denounce certain parts of history. They'll say, well, over in Africa they had slaves too. And I'm like, yes,
Oh
they did
Lord.
have slaves, but I'm gonna break it down for y'all that Africans, the difference between African slavery and the slavery from the Middle Passages. African slavery, and people can Google this too, and I tell people all the time, if you don't believe me, you can Google the shit. Just Google.
Exactly. Right?
Just Google. They said that the difference between African slavery in Africa and slavery in the Middle Passages were Africans did not do chattel slavery. So that means that when they did slavery, it was not a it wasn't a reason for them to like dehumanize them and like that. It was more prisoners of war. It was prostitution, of course, because prostitution is the oldest profession in the fucking human history.
Yeah.
It was people to settle debt, and like I said, the majority was prisoners of war. If anybody know the story of Shaka Zulu was, a prince in South Africa, and he got ousted and everything. And when he became an age, he became a warrior. And what he did was he conquered certain nations in South Africa and united them into one kingdom, and that was the Zulu nation. And he said, either
Mm.
join me or die. Now that's a part of slavery, but guess what? Those slaves actually became prominent generals. They became prominent military figures. They had status. Where in the United States, a slave didn't have a status other than being a slave. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Um, Another thing is that Africans, their term of slavery wasn't like the European slavery. It just, they had two different mindsets, you know. And I'm not saying this to anybody who might feel some type of way about it, but that's just history, you know. Um, as far as Africans, they say Africans selling other Africans for slavery. What I don't get is how come we could talk about the diversity of Europe, like the diversity of England, the diversity of Ireland, the diversity of Italy, the difference between like Spain and France and everything else. Why is it we could talk about differences between that, but when we talk about Africa, we like to lump them like they one big,
Exactly.
thing. And you had thousands and thousands and thousands of African tribes that some of them historically had beef. We didn't
Hmm.
become black until we got to the United States or got to Latin America because there was so many different people who came from different places in Africa that they had to unite. You get somebody from Kenya and get somebody from Liberia, they're not going to look at each other as a brother and sister. They're going to look at each other like they're different. Just the same as somebody from Spain would look at somebody from France, or somebody from the UK would look at somebody from Czechoslovakia. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, they just like to put that bug in and be like, well, it's y'all people selling your own people. Meanwhile, there was white people who was selling white people too.
Oof, preach
You
it. Shit,
know,
hell yeah, you're right about that.
you know,
Definitely right about that. Definitely.
you
Okay,
know.
so I'm sorry.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. So my next question to you now, um, the name of the show is called Healing Your Soul Sunday. So with that in mind, if it's something to your extent, if you want to, anything that you went through in your life in your past that you want to talk about as a child or anything that you overcame, because you mentioned like you went through your obstacles, through being, in the inner city and seeing things of that nature. If you want to present something that, or maybe something you went through and through your faith or something that it made you heal. Like I know you say music kind of saved you, let's say that in that sense, from the life you could have had if you didn't go into the music career. Let's put it that way, or anything to that extent. What would you like to
Well, even though I was around like the bad element as a kid, I was kind of privileged as a kid. My mom, she never really let me get too far. Like I got friends that their first encounter going to jail was like, or going to any juvenile detention, they was real young. I
Oh, okay.
didn't I didn't get my first time in a jail cell. I was literally like 22. You know what I'm saying? So that whole time, I was privileged. My mom, she would take me to places that most kids didn't get a chance to go to. Like I went to camp, when I was in high school. I had took some classes called Medical Explorers, and this was a professor that taught my sister 10 years before he taught me. And we was looking at cadavers and learning about the body. I mean, it was to the point where he was helping me with my homework. I'm in anatomy class and we're going over the same shit that we're talking about, neutrons and this, that, and the third.
Wow.
um I was blessed to have my mom put me in programs. I was in etiquette classes. I was reciting Shakespeare. Just I was doing a lot as a kid. I was exposed to a lot. That's why I'm so cultured now, because with my father and with my mother, they helped me branch out rather than being stagnant. The only thing I would say about me overcoming some stuff is just basically like, let's see, I guess the most prominent thing for me to say that I overcame was, I want to say, the transition between college into adulthood.
Okay.
And it was crazy, because I didn't have a mentor to teach me, this, that, and the third when I was in college. I had a mentor, but it was kind of hard for me to connect because it was a female. When I
Uh,
first met my when I first met my mentor,
mhm.
it was through email. And my real name is Cameron, so she automatically assumed that I was a female. So she wanted to have a date and have our toes painted or the nails painted and
You were
get
like,
our
wait,
hair done. And I was like, "You do know I'm a man, right? You do know I'm a boy, right?"
oh,
you
you made
know,
me laugh. You said,
you
wait a minute,
know.
I don't fuck with that shit.
I Yeah, I was like, nah. I was like, they didn't send you a picture of me or nothing. Like, damn. I'm sitting up here with a bulletproof vest, and you want to talk about you want to get your hair done, and I'm like, all right, but but it was just basically and me, going through all the transitions of hip hop and me actually becoming an established artist because I had a lot of hardships, like songs like Smart as the New Gangster. These are songs that I was getting off of YouTube, beats that I was just downloading off of YouTube and recording records. I wasn't buying no beats. I
Yeah.
didn't have like no official music background. I was just a mixtape rapper, and I had so much passion for the culture
Yeah.
that eventually I had to say, you know what, either I'm going to do this serious or I'm not going to do it serious. So I had to level up, and I had to actually, that's when I met my engineer who engineered, mixed and mastered Power to My People, my boy Sonny Brasco.
Ooh,
Shout out to Sonny Brasco. When I first
nice.
met him, he's the one that told me, yo, you need your music license. He
Yes.
was on ASCAP. I was on ASCAP. Now I'm on BMI now. And then when I got with my management team with Bev and everything like that, they actually helped me, get some knowledge of things that was going on. And then I end up doing everything myself to the point where now I know how to put my songs up on my distributor and
Yes.
know about, how much to have in a pie chart for my me, the artist that I'm featured with, or the producer that I'm doing things with. So I'm learning the business as I'm going because I'm
That's
doing everything on my own. And I think that's what a lot of artists today are struggling with because they might not have the knowledge. I got a cousin till this day who's a rapper, and he's nice.
yeah.
He's actually nice. But
Okay.
I be telling him every time I see him, he be wanting me to come over and rap and everything like that. And I'm like, this ain't fun for me. This is work.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
I don't have time to come and freestyle and bullshit and everything like that and be in a video that I'm not going to get paid in or anything like that. So I was like, nah, if you serious about your art or your craft, go get that music license. There's a
Mm-hmm.
couple artists that I told that to. They haven't gotten theirs yet. I don't know what their financial situations is, but to have a BMI or ASCAP songwriter like thing, that's like $50. You know, so you got to invest in yourself, and that's what I had to learn about me. I had to invest in myself. I had to, work on my craft too. I had, to work on my delivery so I could be the best MC possible at that point. And if I decide to, even up the ante with my lyrical prowess, then that's what it is. I just have to elevate, and that's all I've been doing. I think that was the hard part of me as an artist, was just trying to find my little niche because everybody was associating me with, this artist, that artist, because my favorite rapper is 50 Cent. A lot of them was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we don't want to, we don't want to, listen to 50 Cent when we hear you. And it wasn't that I was sounding like Fifth, but you could tell that, I had my influence was there. And that's why I
Exactly.
started doing other stuff like reggaeton. Reggaeton is a part of my culture as well, but I'm rapping in Spanglish. I'm rapping,
Woo.
on Spanish tracks. I
Yeah.
got this song, Hang On Though, with King Peter Hustler, and I'm like, Rapstar es aquí en la casa de donde están mis vatos ajenos. Got the city right
Ooh.
behind us. Hang on the weed, hang it, don't let us let the gap bust. Del este perro, I'm on the west side. Boricua Mexicanas together, that's brown pride. We don't die, we multiply like Pac and hidden, like Pac in 92. Screaming out thug life, orderly, in that key, follow me, let me state the facts. No through side, but hip hop, if you don't fuck with you gonna rap. You know what I'm saying? So
Damn. Shit. I need a beat with it. No, no, man. Next time.
oh,
Next
the
time.
beats, the beats crazy. Like it make you, man. I'm from the East Coast, and I listen to that, and I be throwing up the West Side. I be like, yo,
Shit.
I be feeling Chicano like a motherfucker, yo. I be like, yo, I be ready to listen to some Mr. Criminal, man. I be like, yo, I'm ready to lean like a cholo. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
my god. Your Spanish is better than mine, so you're good.
Man, like I try to, and you know what? It's funny though because like when it comes to Spanish, I always haven't been fluent. There was times where I actually was at one point because I was around the environment, and then being in Pittsburgh, living in Pittsburgh, there's no Latinos here in Pittsburgh. The
Ah,
Latinos that are here in Pittsburgh are either mixed with the black and white community, and they integrated with the black and white community. You know what I'm saying? So there's not, and you would think so because we got Roberto Clemente here. You know what I'm saying?
wow.
But
Yeah.
but Pittsburgh is a white ass city. I'm telling you, it's a bunch of gringos here. I'm just saying it.
No,
There's no
speak it.
Puerto Rican restaurants. There's no Puerto Rican restaurants here. I got to travel outside the state or further away from Pittsburgh to even find like a good Puerto Rican spot, or I just have to make the shit at
Damn.
home. So
Shit.
Pittsburgh's culture is not really Pittsburgh culture is just weird. That we do have a lot of Italians here.
Right.
We have a big Italian population here. There's Polish population. There's what other Polish, Italian,
Mhm.
Jews. We have a lot of Jews here.
Okay.
Black people, not so much. We hold like 20% of the population in Pittsburgh, and for Latinos, it's less than that too. So
Damn.
yeah. So like we looking at like compare Pittsburgh to like Philly, or compare Pittsburgh to Harrisburg, or compare Pittsburgh to Allentown. You know what I'm saying? Where there's a significant amount of Latinos in that pocket, where we don't got it. There's shit. I didn't watch the movie. You probably seen it, Chicago Boricua.
Ah.
You ever
Mm,
seen that movie, Chicago Boricua? They got Roberto Clemente Jr.
that's
High
crazy.
school, right there. Now, I will tell you this. When I was a kid, I want to say 3 years old. I was three. My mom, she introduced me to baseball. I played baseball for 10 years from like three all the way up until 13.
Wow.
And the organization that put me on was the Roberto Clemente Jr. Organization that helped kids, who wanted to play baseball and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep, we got a bridge, Roberto Clemente here, Roberto Clemente Bridge. We got a big statue here. We got a museum, Roberto Clemente Museum. It's to the point where like the last time I was on La Isla, and we was in the castle, the Castillo de Cristobal, and we go into
Ooh.
the like little shops, and the lady in there, she was asking, she was like, "Where are y'all from?" And we said Pittsburgh, and they was like, "Pittsburgh, Dios mío!" They was like, "What?" Like Roberto Clemente, they was going crazy when we said that. So
Exactly. Yeah.
it's just crazy, but I think Pittsburgh, uh me personally, I would use the history of Roberto Clemente to attract and draw a lot of Latinos to the city. But Pittsburgh's kind of a racist city anyway, so I don't think that's going to happen. But it is what it is. So, but other than that, it's like this. It's just weird that we have so much history here, and it's not being promoted as it should. I mean, shit, Pennsylvania. The closest thing that Pennsylvania actually have is what, the groundhog. I hate that
Yeah.
shit too. I
Yeah.
hate
Pretty
I hate
much.
it. I hate that. I hate that groundhog. Nobody that groundhog don't know from 6 months of winter to the next day. That's a
Yeah.
colonial thing. But
Pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, that's about it on that one.
Okay. Cool. Cool. So we're closing up the show, but before we do, any shout outs you want to give to anyone's watching now, or just a general shout out to everyone? Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to shout out myself. Sup, rap star? How you doing? I would like to.
Of course. Of
I would
course.
like to. I would like to shout out, Vero G.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having me on the show. It's a
You're welcome.
pleasure, of course.
Thank you.
I would like to shout out Bev Bush, my manager. I would like to shout out King Peter Hustler. I would like to shout out Lily the Goddess. I would like to shout out um, True Live, my man True Live, Sonny Brasco, Tia Cooper, Tia Sounds. Shout out to everybody who been listening to my music.
Yes.
Shout out to the people over in the West Coast that was playing Power to My People. Shout out to all my fans, all my listeners, people who's tuning in right now, who's getting to know the kid. Shout out to the West Coast, shout out to the East Coast, shout out to the whole hip hop, shout out to the Bronx for creating this style called hip hop, this culture called hip hop. Um, I just, want to give a shout out to my dad who actually helped me get into hip hop. He's the one that actually got me into rapping and everything. Shout out to everybody who bought my magazine. There's people who bought, the magazine that I was on with you. They people at work who bought it.
Thank you.
People on Facebook who bought it, signed it for them and sent it back.
Oh,
Um, just everybody who's been supporting, real hip hop, because I'm real hip hop. There's not a lot of people out there who like real hip hop. Um, I got people that were like, I don't like hip hop, I like rap or this, that, and the third. But shout out to
same
the real
shit. What the,
people.
yeah.
It, hey, I don't understand. I just don't understand. But shout out to them too. But yeah, shout out to the East Coast. Shout out to everybody, all my influences, to Eminem, to Fifth, even G Unit, Lloyd Banks, even though he's not in G Unit no more. Shout out to Lloyd Banks. Shout out to the game. The game is actually the reason why I call myself Hurricane Cam, because when Game split from G Unit, he called himself Hurricane Game. So Hurricane Cam got that same aggression that Hurricane Game had, back in the day. So when you hear some of my most aggressive joints, that's Hurricane Cam right there. When you hear hip hop and history, that's Rap Store right there. So just shout out to Little Kim, shout out to DMX, RIP to DMX, RIP to Tupac, Biggie, Aaliyah, Selena,
Mm,
all of
yes.
them. So shout out to La Lupe, shout out to Celia Cruz, Tito Puentes, shout out to
Woo! Shit.
Mimi Muller in Peace on the Streets Radio, out in Orlando, Florida. Shout out to them. Shout out to Diva 411 who had me on her show before. Shout out to everybody who had me on their show, man. It's crazy, yo. Flowmaster, shout out to him. Just everybody that I been rocking with all this time to help me get this single up and popping. Shout out to my wife too. RIP to my stepson as well too.
Yes. Yes. Our condolences, and just stay strong. Keep doing what you're
Thank
doing,
you,
man.
thank you, thank you,
You're welcome.
thank you.
You're welcome. Let them know also your social media where they can find you.
Mm, yes, that's very important as well.
Yes.
You can find me on Facebook. My personal is Cameron Cortez the second, Roman numeral, the second, the two double L's. Um, I got two Facebook fan pages. One's Rapstar, aka Hurricane Cam, that has me in the back with a Puerto Rican flag.
Nice.
Um, Rap Star, or just Rapstarr. I don't remember what the profile picture of that is. Last time it was me holding a cigar. I think I changed it.
Okay.
You can hit me up on Twitter, Rapstar412. You can hit me up on TikTok. It's Rap to the Star on TikTok. You can hit me up on YouTube, Rapstar, aka Hurricane Cam 412. You can stream my music off of YouTube, especially like my song "Power to My People." That's not only on YouTube, but it's on Pandora, it's on
Yes.
Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Alexa. It's on a whole bunch of other stuff. Like you'll find it anywhere. So you'll see me, you'll find me. You can find me on the issue of Vero G magazine. You know what it
Yes.
is. So
Yes.
yeah, that's how y'all can find me, man. I don't have an Instagram yet. I'm gonna have an Instagram. I just haven't really made one yet, but I'll get to it eventually. But
That'll
yeah,
be fine. Don't worry about it. But also, you're on March issue, your ad, which will be coming out this Tuesday, March 1st. So
yeah,
yeah, like I said, guys, support artist Rap Star. His music is amazing. Go support him, guys. Check out the latest single, "Power to My People." Like I said, guys, support. So with that in mind, I want to thank you so much for being on here in the show with us, and just being amazing. Just
I
keep doing what
appreciate you. I
you want.
appreciate you for having me. It's
Oh,
it's a blessing.
you're welcome. I'm honored. I'm like, I finally get to talk to the guy like a person. He's real.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. No, I love it, and just blessings to you and your family, and more great things to you guys come this year, and more to come.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But thank you, Mr. Rapstar. We'll see you
Yeah.
soon. Soon,
Got
very
you.
soon.
Yeah. Y'all
You
have a
man.
good day.
You too, bro.
Feliz Domingo. Tu
That's
sabe?
right. I see it. See ya.
One.
All right, bro. All right, I'll do this. Hold on. All right, guys, that was amazing. That was the one and only. Like I mentioned, we had I finally had the opportunity to meet him here on the show. Artist Rap Star in the building. I am amazed. So he's a phenomenal artist. Please go check him out. Support him, guys, at all platforms. Again, the name of the song he mentioned, which was out now, is called "Power to My People." Go support him. Amazing artist. Amazing, amazing. So, with that is in mind, we're going to continue doing the show. We're going to try to show it a little bit because we're over time, but it's okay. Um, so let's go back. Let me double check this right now. All right, guys. So let's go back to current events. Let me get into this guy. We was talking about it before, but we'll talk about it now because it's a really hot topic right now. So we're gonna talk about right now the war that's happening on the between Russia and Ukraine. So it's been a lot of stuff happening. It's been going on for like a week or so, I think, more than that. And apparently the update now, people, is they want to do a peace treaty after Putin had his soldiers go and bomb Ukraine, the schools, the build. It's just horrendous. There have been people that have, I don't know the numbers. That's why I need my special guest here, wink wink, to add more to this with this topic. Like I said again, it's just been people being killed. I think it's just murder. To me, that's how I feel about it. People, this is just nothing but murder, um, in Putin's hands. So with that in mind, like I said, right now, they're trying to squash the beef in that sense, in sense of the matter of the war, and I just really feel at the end of the day, it's just uncalled for. They didn't even have Putin shouldn't even done this for the matter of him trying to take over many years ago the history where Ukraine was a part of Russia many years ago and used to be, the war they had for over 30 years ago. But then, they separated and it ended up becoming Ukraine as a peaceful a peaceful state, or what do you want to call it? I'm talking about country, or to call it kids may be, but now it's just Russia trying to take over again what they before proclaimed. So if my special guest would like to come here, wink wink, or be a part of the show, special guest. Like I said again, this is just something that's ongoing for some time now, and we're tired of hearing every day a new amount of numbers of deaths. Children, women, men are dying of the senseless matter, and I really feel from the bottom of my heart it's uncalled for. There shouldn't be anybody else being harmed or killed innocently for something that is just what I think, and this is my opinion. I don't want nobody saying anything wrong with it, but I feel like he's being a dictator. He's trying to take over something that's not his. Leave Ukraine alone. Ukraine had nothing to do with you. You want to go do what you got to do, go elsewhere with it. And then for Donald Trump to come out and say he did a deed. What was the case? I don't know the whole story was, but he's kind of like saying good job. No, it's not a good job. He's killing innocent lives. People are it's just uncalled for. There's no need for all this. You know what I'm saying? There is really no need for this, and I feel like it's unfortunate that many people are being killed for this, and it's just like, when is enough? And it's just like, if you guys want to put your input on this, you could do so on the chat option here as well, guys. um I just feel it's unfortunate, truly is, because, excuse me, again, it's just something that is way out of line, and people are dying as we speak right now. People are literally dying. Buildings are being demolished. um Hospitals are overwhelmed with people. I believe it's the stations in Russia, not Russia, forgive me, I'm so sorry, Ukraine, that are overpacked of people huddling over each other because they need safety. They're in bomb shelters. There are so many people right now in need of shelter, place to be at, because where they're at, unfortunately, they don't have no safety. And it's just unfortunate, so many lives taken short because of this man's actions. Um, yeah, it's really tough. And I watched the news recently. They're showing everybody supporting Ukraine. Even SNL watched it yesterday and all that sorts, and that's said and done. Oh, we got a special guest here. Let me get the picture out of here while I get him on. And I would like for him to have his 2 cents on this matter. So let me get this picture out the way. Give me 1 second, guys, while I get that situated. Where is that picture? Oh, here it is. All right, guys. So we have a special guest in the show, and it is Mr. Lama. Hello.
Hello, everybody. And how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
We're gonna have to do something with the interference there. You
Oh, I
gotta
don't
put,
know.
you gotta lower your volume or something.
All right, hold on. All right. All right, just did that.
No, I still hear it,
I bring it down, so I can't really.
but we got interference here.
Oh boy. Um. All right. So what we here? So let's talk about what your input on this matter with the war.
Oh no, you got interference. You gotta fix that.
Okay, I bring it down.
Uh,
Well, I muted it, and I still hear it.
you gotta switch your input in the computer, to the headphone, the audio.
All right. Hello.
All right, I hear you.
All right. So let's get your feedback on this input right now. And tell the world, how do you feel about this matter with the war right now?
Oh boy, you got major. All right, all right. If you could mute your mic so people can hear me, and then when I'm done talking, then you could unmute your mic.
All right, hold on. All right, go ahead.
All right. So this is a culmination of over 70 years, 70, 80 years since the end of World War II. There's been a Cold War between the West and the East, and between Russia and Western Europe and the United States. And this is the culmination of it with the unlawful, illegal invasion and attempted occupation of Ukraine. This is not a Cold War anymore. It is hot. And this is beyond a situation in Ukraine. This is a global issue. This is a global crisis. This is a global war. It has ramifications worldwide, whether it be militarily wise, a humanitarian crisis with hundreds of thousands, with millions of potential, people dead, and we got hundreds of thousands of refugees, Ukrainians trying for salvation to leave the country and pouring into neighboring countries in Eastern Europe. Um, this crisis has spiraled out of control. Um, Sanctions are not going to work. You have a unstable president, dictator, leadership, whatever you want to use the term for Vladimir Putin. He has in his disposal thousands of nuclear ballistic missiles, and he is threatening nuclear war. This is unlike the past threats of Iranian, of North Korea. This is a different person. And, historical context, you're talking about Russia. And you're talking about Putin, who is the equivalent to the modern day Adolf Hitler. And right now there's a genocide going on in Ukraine, previously in Syria, Chechnya, Georgia, the Balkans, etc. This is an illegal invasion against the sovereignty of the democratic country, pro-Western country, if you will, of Ukraine. And the sad thing is, this is their brothers and sisters. They're all related. Many of them are of Russian descent because of their history that goes back millenniums and, thousands, hundreds and thousands of years. They are been attacking women and children. They've been bombing children hospitals. They've been attacking unarmed civilians, residential areas. And the question we have to ask ourselves is why? Why is this happening? And now countries are taking a harder stance. Turkey today, the country Turkey just announced that they're going to have a blockade of the Black Sea. They share that space, the waters, with Russia and Ukraine, and they're going to have a blockade and not allow the Russian forces to continue to maneuver freely. They're exercising a treaty from 1938. They exercised that. The European Union has today announced, besides economic sanctions and bank, and the hundreds of billions of dollars against the government and the regime of Putin. They now close their air borders all over Europe. They're not allowing. It's pretty much an air embargo. They're not going to allow any Russian commercial or military aircraft to enter the airspace. So that's happening now as we're going. So that, in effect, is a declaration of war, besides the sanctions. And several countries in Western Europe and the United States is going to be sending more military aid to Ukraine, weapons to fight this ongoing aggression by Putin and his military forces. And so there was talks that there was going to be a peace treaty that was going to be held in Belarus. But while this talks are ongoing for supposed peace talks, Belarus and Russia is still firing missiles into Ukraine as we speak. even after the supposed ceasefire. So this has been going on for over 10 years. Um, you know, with the annexation of Crimea and the change of the guard because Ukraine is seeking to become a NATO state and, is pro-Western. And Russia wants to create a buffer zone. They want to have Ukraine because they have Belarus at their grips. So that would create a big buffer zone between them and the West. So this is a culmination, like I said in the beginning, over 70, 80 years. And now it's coming into fruition, unfortunately. And what is next? This is the biggest military invasion operations since World War II, since Poland was invaded in 1939. And now here we are, about 80 years later, in 2022, and we are reliving history all over again. Now, Putin is claiming that Ukraine is a threat to Russia, that Ukraine is terrorists, that they are Nazis. But who attacked who? Who invaded who? Who is bombing residential areas? Who is bombing children hospitals? Who almost created the biggest nuclear disaster since Chernobyl recently, in the past 72 hours, 96 hours? Russian forces attacked the Chernobyl nuclear power plants. And there's been radiation spikes since. They held hostages and so on. And then recently they bombed the gas pipelines and a radioactive waste plant. Russia or Belarus or whoever, they attacked that as well. So what is going on here? NATO just activated a 40,000 troop response force. That's for defensive purposes. Putin is now having on high alert supposedly his nuclear force. They're talking about bringing in ICBM, ballistic nuclear weapons, into the battlefield, into Belarus. Like, this is spiraling out of control. Not only you have Russia, you have Chechen forces now entering the battlefields in Ukraine. You got Belarus, and at the border of Belarus, you got Poland. You have Sweden, Finland. You have all these other countries. What are they supposed to do? What is the world gonna do? Putin needs to immediately and unconditionally withdraw all his troops from Belarus and Ukraine if he truly wants peace, because otherwise this will spiral out of control and this will become a third world war. And once the missiles start going in the air, there's no turning back. And that will be the end of civilization as we know it. We're on the brink of end of days. And this is serious. Now, we got a decision to make. The United States and NATO, the UN could talk all they want, but they have not done nothing to stop this man. This man is going forward as we speak. And he's not slowing down. It doesn't matter if he loses thousands of his own troops. He's going to continue until he gets what he wants. because Putin has too much to lose. In his own mind. So where do we go from here? How do we de-escalate this ongoing situation? It's horrific, the images that we all seen in the news and on social media, on Twitter, the past 4 days now. And, it's one thing we thought that he was going to take over the eastern territory of Ukraine that is pro-Russian for the past 10 years. But it's another thing. He's actually invaded the entire country of Ukraine. Ukraine is 45 million people, is the size of Texas, is the biggest country in Europe, land-wise, territory-wise, besides, of course, Russia. And all this talk, sanctions and all this stuff, that's not going to prevent a Ukrainian or Russian or Chechen, whoever it may be, of dying. That's not going to prevent a child dying, due to this ongoing situation. A person like Putin and like Stalin or Adolf Hitler before him, they only respond by force. When we had the Cuban Missile Crisis, we had that situation back in 1962. We was at the brink of war. So this is the biggest moment since then. And since 1939, the early 1940s. And I don't know what can you say more than that. I'll give you a chance to respond now.
Hold on. Let me check real quick.
I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh. All right. I'll make sure everybody can hear me on this end. So I can't even hear myself. What's going on?
I hear you though. Let me see if you're.
Hello? What is
I
going
hear
on?
you.
But I can hear myself.
I hear you.
Oh, I hear it now. I hear it. All right. So answer. I guess to respond to what you're saying, you're pretty much right. You're pretty much right. What's going on? I just feel like we're going all over again to 1940. When you mentioned about Hitler and when he was doing those crimes and got away with it, and all that sorts and that said and done. But I just feel like, it's history repeating itself. Why do we have to get to terms of killing people, innocent lives, hurting people to get across a point? I don't get it. I just, to this day, when this happened, like a week ago or so, I think was it, so case maybe, or more than that. Why are we just killing and injuring innocent lives? Why is Putin doing this? What is he trying to get across with this? What is he trying to get across with this right now? So, I just don't understand why he's doing things to that extent or that nature. Like, why is he doing things that are just mind blowing and trying to hurt people, innocent lives? What is he getting out of it? That's the point I'm trying to get across here. Like, what I'm saying? I just don't understand. So that's my point. What I'm just trying to say.
All right, I am live and being interrupted here. This ongoing global crisis here with Ukraine and Russia and the world. All right, so Putin's objectives are clear. He wants world domination. He wants to bring back the old Soviet Union, the iron curtain, if you will. He wants Ukraine. He wants Eastern Europe. He wants things the way they were. He wants the United States and Western Europe influence removed. And this has been a culmination, like I said, over 70, 80 years.
Yeah.
And it seems like Putin is at the point of no return. There's been disturbing images of ICBM missiles being transported into Belarus as we speak. Um, this is a very serious situation, and one miscalculation, and millions of people will be dead. So we need tough talk. We need tough action. We need gutless Joe Biden to actually be a man. Why you say that? And stand up to this madman once and for all. We need members of Congress to stop taking another vacation on taxpayers' money and do something about this. We need the European Union to do something about this. We need Germany, France, Britain. If you want to be a part of this show, you can. If not, then you can be quiet. You're giving wrong information. I'm giving correct information. No, you're not. Historical facts. No, you're not historical nothing. So, the time for talk is over. We need to be ready for any possibility, and we need to confront this head on. Because once a nuclear bomb has been activated, has been launched, there's no turning back. And if you think things are bad now, when there's hundreds of thousands or millions of Ukrainian or someone from another country get attacked, what are we going to do then? And I blame the previous administration of the United States, Donald Trump, President Trump, for allowing this to happen, because he emboldened Putin. He let Putin get away and build up for this moment over the past 5 years, 6 years. Let's all remember Trump was impeached for the first time because he withheld aid from Ukraine. And he tried to blackmail them to help him get information on Joe Biden and his son. So, unfortunately, Biden inherited this from his predecessor. But now, like the saying goes, the buck stops with you. And this is on President Biden's desk. And wherever this may lead, he must stand firm and not back down, because Putin is not backing down. And he will not back down until he is forced to, militarily wise.
That's deep. That's deep. I believe in that, what you're saying. I just feel like, it could just all be prevented somehow if they had a different dictator in Russia. I mean, people could have continued living their lives, day to day, and not deal with this unfortunate situation right now. What we're dealing with right now, And like I said, this Putin man, which me and you privately have talked about, we'll mention on the show, which you mentioned before, other people try to like run against him, and if they were a close call to win, he will do things to them so they will not win. So, I mean, to me, I don't even think he's a dictator. I think he's a tyrant, because even a human being who has the decency of doing things don't have that kind of same mindset like he does, like Saddam Hussein and the rest of them. It's just the way he thinks is just evil, to kill people. Like we mentioned it too recently. With our guest too as well, mentioned at Rap Star. War is where money is at. People will put money into a war because they know that's where the profit is at. But then, at the end of the day, what is the outcome of it? You're putting all this money in the machinery, on those soldiers that you have to pay every day. Their food. All the case may be. But then, what's the outcome of it? The lives are taken away. People are killed. Children without no mothers or parents. I do see what I'm saying. I mean, this is just crazy, And we have a special guest, by the way. Those who don't know who he is the loudmouth from the radio show at DTF Radio with myself. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So we just wanted his input on this because he's really watching this heavy on the case and watching what's going on, the outcome, all that sort. So we wanted to get his input on that. And if you guys want to also chat and also bring up part about this current event matter, you could do so as well. But I just want to end this with this current event today. I just feel like there should be some peace because how many more lives have to taken away? How many more? For what? Power, money. You know.
Yeah, it's all unfortunate. Um, like you said, the cost is human lives, as we've seen for the past several days, and this has been ongoing in Ukraine with Russia for 10 years now. It's been building up ever since Ukraine got their independence, some about 30 years ago. And it's funny, Ukraine was a nuclear state, and they voluntarily gave up all their nuclear weapons. They were the third biggest nuclear state country in the world, and
Yeah.
they voluntarily gave up their weapons for guarantees of security from the West. And where is that security now? Yeah, they're getting military aid and they're getting weapons and stuff, but where is the European nations' soldiers? Where is the United States soldiers? I know we just got out of a 20-year war in Afghanistan, and normally I would not get U.S. troops involved in a foreign conflict, but this is a global conflict on the verge of nuclear war. And this is, we're talking end days here. We seen the devastation in World War II, over 60, 70 plus million people dead. We saw atomic bombs dropped in Nagasaki, I believe, in Hiroshima. But nuclear weapons today are hundreds of times deadlier than they were back in the infancy, in 1945. And when you have a person that is hell bent on destruction, who's committing war atrocities, war crimes, who has no regard for human life or international law, and who's destabilizing the world, who has an arsenal over 7,000 nuclear missiles. This is clear and present danger, and something urgently needs to be done.
Yeah.
No matter the repercussions. Because so far, this is controversial what I'm going to say. I said it on Twitter a couple of days ago, Real Big Time J-A-Y, that as of now, from what I'm seeing, is the United States and the European Union is surrendering to Putin. And if we would have did that to Hitler, we would have lost World War II, and this whole world would be different than it is today. So democracy and world peace is at stake. So this is not just about Ukrainians. This is a global conflict with consequences. So these in closing, the leaders of the free world, the leaders of the European Union, NATO, and President Biden, for better or worse, how much deaths are acceptable to you?
Mm. That is interesting. That's yeah. I agree to that. I agree to that. You know, it's just I don't know. War doesn't answer to any questions. Like it doesn't really answer to anything besides what you mentioned. You know, and you know, I just feel it should just end now because if we're gonna continue on war, every other day innocent lives are taken away. You know, bombs, buildings will be exploded, bombs will be more created to kill people and then it's like end of the day, okay, what if he finally gets what he wants? And then what? He has to rebuild all that he damaged. That's a lot of money he probably won't even have. And then what? The lives that he's taken, those are extra people that he could have, you know what I'm saying, to rebuild what he's gonna break down. It's just so stupid. That's my point of view of it, and I'm gonna end that with that. So yeah.
Well, unfortunately, if he does conquer Ukraine, which is a big if, and right now, I want to commend the men and women and children courageously fighting in Ukraine. They're not backing down. They're not giving up. They're not surrendering. Unlike several reports of Russian troops running between the tail between their legs and surrendering, the Ukrainians are putting up a courageous fight. For how long, we don't know. Because eventually it's David and Goliath. We know the story of David and Goliath, how that comes on the end. But
Yes.
unfortunately, Russia has more guns, has more ammunition, has more troops. So eventually, Ukraine will fall. And then what's next after that?
Hmm.
Uh, Russia invades Poland, Sweden, Finland. What they go further east. This is flashbacks of Nazi Germany. You know, so when will it end? So all we could say is um, Ukraine stay strong, let democracy stay strong, and our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone in Ukraine and Eastern Europe, and hopefully we could find a peaceful end to this if possible, or maybe the people in Russia who is against this, they will rise up and we'll have a regime change in the Kremlin because it's desperately needed. Because the way things are going, it's only going to lead to the destruction of Russia, as it did to Germany in 1945. So history will repeat itself if this goes all the way. So, but let's change it up for a few minutes here that we got left. On a lighter note, we got a couple of dope artist showcases coming up. We're back in business here. VOG Spotlight Artist Showcase with Empire Media is coming up Saturday, March 26th. Our lineup is almost full. We got amazing artists on that bill. And it's a 420 friendly event. It's going to be a party. It's going to be a good time. And of course, our TV cameras will be there. So it will be filmed and broadcast for New York City Cable Television. And we'll have a 420 event Saturday, April 23rd. It's a 420 event, artist showcase. And it's going to be headlined so far by Latin award-winning artist Vero
Oh,
and rising hip-hop star Country Slim.
definitely, man.
So tickets are available for both of those on eventbrite.com. Just type up VOG Artist Showcase. on Eventbrite, or hit us up on our social medias that everybody knows. Captain Clutch 80 on the IG, J Empire Media, IG, official Vero G, IG, Jason Morello, Veronica Gonzalez on Facebook, and yeah, so that's about it.
All right, all right. Well, I want to thank you, our special guest, for coming on and talk about this matter. And we'll see what comes within next week. If God forbid, God willing, something has to come, and a peace treaty or something has to come. So we'll find out by next week the outcome of this situation.
No problem. You take care,
All right.
and hopefully I don't have to come back on here again and talk about war. We could talk about peace.
Well, we'll see. You will see.
I'm all about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Okay, well that works. Alrighty. All right, man. Thank you. Bye. Oh God, I can't make this shit up, guys. All right, guys. So that right there was a special guest we had. What we know him as the Loudmouth. All right, so we wanted to get his opinion on here. I want to make sure people hearing me because apparently I can't even hear myself, which is weird. So I want to make sure everything sounds legit here. Like it's weird. It's just like the weirdest thing today. I don't know what it is. Oh, anyway, but yes, guys. So let's go back. Oh, okay. I just can't hear it. I don't know why. Weird. All right, guys. So again, thank you, Dilemma, for coming in and talking about his opinion about the war, and we just hope and pray that it comes out. We don't have to have more casualties and all that sorts of mortalities of the situation. So let's change up the mood a little bit for the show. Let's talk about this lady here. Y'all already know who she is. So let's talk about Wendy Williams. Okay, let's get it now. So apparently, Wendy Williams, if you guys see here, her show after now 15 years been aired on Fox 5 or Channel 5, those are in New York City. For now the 15 years she's been on that show is apparently being canceled as of this year due to her health ailments and her not showing up. I don't even know. But anyway, case may be, now apparently she is being canceled, and due to that, she had various guest hosts that came on, like Remy Ma, Fat Joe, Michael Rappaport. I mean, the list goes on. The celebrity guests that came and kind of helped her with the science slot while she was recovering during her, alcoholism and drug abuse, what you want to call it, drug abuse, what the case may be, and then going through her divorce with her ex at the time. So yeah, but at the time, I don't know. They said that she was suffering through some other health issues, and I'm like, listen, I'm sorry if I have a TV show and I'm getting paid good money. I'll take a break for my health, but I have to come back because that's where my bread and butter is. So with that in mind, I mean, she's well known. She has plenty of money now. She can do what the hell she wants. But I feel like, you got to constantly work. You got to be consistent. So with that in mind, because of her not coming back to the show, or whatever the case may be, we don't really know the behind the scenes of the situation at hand. At this moment, Sherry Shepard, who is a comedian, a TV host, she's done other things as well, and all that sort of thing. Baby, she will be taking over Wendy Williams' time slot, and that will be from I think 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. In New York City here, starting in September this year, with her own show called Sherry. So it's funny because I did see a clip of it on YouTube where she was mentioning how a couple years back she had a premonition, I guess you could say, or she was praying to God, please, I want to get my own show. Da da da. Mind you, she's been in The View, okay. I guess she had one time been a guest there or what it case to be, and also at one time was on a panel. I don't know if that was, I believe so. And then down the line, she's done other shows where she came on, like a co-host, what the case to be. So I guess everything was lined up in the stars that they say to her to finally have her moment, because she's been, so far what I heard through the rumors or the rumor mill, apparently the fact that Wendy Williams gave her staff a hard time. There was always inconsistencies with her, and at the time, her ex, who was managing her during her show, there was so much just drama going on. And I think the staff got tired of it. So when now, even though she had these health situations, or the case may be, now she's no longer there, even though she had a long running show in TV and also on radio. Way before she got with TV, she was on radio for a long time. But we wish her the best, Wendy Williams. We know that one day you come back on TV. We don't know at the moment, but in due time, we know you being what you do, and you'll probably get right back on the jump, on the bandwagon and see what comes out of your future. So we'll see. Well, congratulations to Sherry Shepard, by the way. So I feel like she worked very hard, um, and deserves it. But I feel like in this industry, is unfortunately there is still what is called cutthroats, in every level of any industry you work in. So it's just unfortunate. It's a sad way saying goodbye to Wendy, because I don't know. It's just for me. This is my point of view, people. You guys could also talk about it too if you want to chat on here with me as well on that. But I just feel like Sherry could have chosen another time slot. Like, why you choose the lady that, you was guest host, of her show for some time, or the kids and blah blah blah, and it's just like, I don't do that. Like, I would just pick another time, out of respect. But hey, whatever. They got to fill the slot, the time. So that's how it is. So, but yeah, that's the story with that situation with Wendy Williams right now as we speak, and all that sorts. All right, guys. So next thing on the current event situation, y'all already know we're going crazier to wackier. I tell you, there's always some shit here. So the update on this situation, I'm gonna make sure you guys hear me okay. So the update to this situation, which is really interesting. Now Kanye West, we all know he has been having some beef sometime now. Beef, my God, beef with Pete Davidson for some time now, because y'all already know Pete. We've been talking about this for some time now on the radio show too, but we'll talk about it here. He's having some issues with Pete Davidson because apparently Pete Davidson is smashing, or at the moment is exclusively with Kim Kardashian. So as we speak, okay, I mean, Kim move on. So why is Kanye still stuck on her? I mean, they have kids together. That's fine. It's life, but you got to move on. If the guy's wacky and you met him knowing he's mentally not there, you already know down the line was the A game if it was not going to go the way you want to plan. So don't cry boo hoo when you knew in the first time he was not mentally already there in the head. So with that in mind, now Pete Davidson really pretty much don't want to do nothing with him at the moment. He's had nothing whatsoever in the situation. But as we speak, I do know Kanye West have made a second album, which is called Donda 2, which I think is exclusively will be on I think a certain streams place. I don't know what exactly the information on that is. But pretty much what I do know is he made a diss track on Pete Davidson, and it's just like, come on, bro. Like, change it up. Like, he had to go out of his way on Valentine's Day and get her a bunch of roses in a truck and place it right in front of her house. So what does that tell you? The guy's still in love with her and he's obsessed with her. Okay? If he's making a diss track about your new man, come on now, bro. Take a leave and know when it's done, it's done. He even broke up with his girlfriend, Julia Fox, because he's still stuck on Kim Kardashian. Hello. Wake the fuck up, people. And Kim Kardashian, she's putting it out there on social media. She's emotionally distressed because of all the shit she's putting out there. And, that's why she told the attorney or the courts, whatever the case may be, she wants to legally be as a single woman legally and not married to Kanye West anymore. So that was that for that story with the situation. That was that for current events, guys. By the way, hope you guys are entertained as I am when I do these stories, because it gets interesting by the moment, as they say. So yeah. All right, so let's change it up now. We're gonna, this is the end of the month, guys. Also, it's Black History Month, so I just want to acknowledge everyone who's watching and tuning in. It's just I'm proud to be a minority, and you know we have to have more than just a month to celebrate Black History Month. I feel we get shortchanged. So with that in mind, we need to extend it more, and I feel like there should be down the line at least another month or so. Damn, there's so many inventors that made so many great things as, the peanut butter. I don't know what other appliances they made. So many things right now, but in case maybe they have to get respect what respect is due. So that's what I have to say with that. Alrighty then. So now next time we're gonna talk about here, guys, is the sexual abuse and sexual violence awareness. Well, actually, it's the week, but I wanted to make it a month because there's so much more to talk about than just a week on this particular matter as it is. So with that in mind, I'm gonna set this up, guys. Where actually I had two videos. I don't know what's going on. Every time I do a video, it tends to not do it. I don't know. I have to double check. Hold on. Double check. Okay, hold on. Yeah, because I downloaded them yesterday, and apparently I don't know what's the issue, but I guess I can't download another one. So, anyway, we have one video. We'll play for that for now, and that video it shows a male's version of being a rape survivor and all that sort. So, guys, we'll be right back and watching this issue. Be right back.
When I was 20 years old, I went on a date with someone, and on that date, I was sexually assaulted. I first realized that what had happened to me was assault when he disappeared for a few minutes, and he had put me down and said a lot of different rude, negative things to me. And so when he disappeared, I just started crying for a few minutes. I was thinking, can I run out of here? But this is a house that is full of 7 other people right now. And so I didn't want to just run out of the house crying. But then I realized, hey, if this is making me cry right now, this is obviously something that I didn't want to happen to me. And so I pretty much realized it before it was even over that I had been assaulted and this wasn't something that I wanted to happen to me. Some people that I had opened up to said, oh, well, that couldn't happen to you because you're a guy. Oh, that didn't happen to you because you were on a date with this person or you were dating them. And people talking and making jokes about sexual abuse and rape around me, it was really starting to get me down. And so there was one point I just couldn't do any work whatsoever, and I thought, hey, I really need to go and get some help with this right now. I've run into the person who has hurt me a few times since then, and I started having panic attacks, and that's when I decided I need to seek help. It was pretty difficult to begin the healing process because you always at first start blaming yourself for what happened. You think, oh, if I hadn't done this, I wouldn't have been put in this situation. And I think that's kind of natural for people to feel like they were the one to blame for everything that happened to them, but really that shouldn't be the first instinct. I think I look at a lot of things differently now, and I think that going into future relationships and going on dates, I will say up front, this is what happened to me, don't be like this, and things will work out between us. I've changed in a lot of ways because I've really been able to find compassion for people who are going through the same thing. There were people that I knew in my high school. There were a couple girls there who had been sexually assaulted, and I didn't really know what to say to them or how to relate to them. And now I find myself talking about it with them and being supportive of them, and they're supportive of me in return.
Oh, sorry, guys. Had a moment. Multitasking here. Multitasking. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Anyway, guys. So that story right there was very impactful. I had to add this to the end of the month for this month. We do it every month. We do different awareness stuff in the months and that sort. So, yeah, that's really informative. So, hope you guys understand and get educated through what I try to, put as much out there information as necessary so you guys can understand the importance of these awareness situations in that matter. Don't mind the background noise. I can't control that. Unfortunately, I wish I could, but it is what it is. So, but besides that, yes, guys, like I said again, that was an emotional, impactful story about a male who overcame being a sexual abuse. I don't call them victims. I call them survivors, but they survived it. So survivor, and how he entailed it, and how he came and took a negative to a positive input. So I definitely wanted to talk about that and show you guys it's not only women that go through this, it's also men that encounter this, and children. Like I said, this is something that we need to always talk about. I know a lot of people say, oh, it's a sensitive matter, in this case may be blah blah blah, but yeah, it is what it is. So I'm gonna also show you guys some why I talk about it. If this is the hotline, guys, please, if you need to call, and if you know someone who is a sexual abuse, or in that sense, a victim of that situation or survivor of that situation, and may need additional help, there's just a toll-free number, guys. You can call in. It's anonymous, it's confidential. The number is 1-800-656-4673. Again, the number is 1-800-656-4673, and that is the number for the sexual abuse hotline. And aware, well, I think that's the hotline number. Yeah, so you guys could call in, and like I said, I believe it's confidential, and you guys could call in and just be anonymous and try to get as much help as possible. Let me tell you something. Being a survivor myself in this particular situation, it is not easy. Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy. Trust me. And I've been there many times where it's been hard for me. So overall, I feel like therapy has helped, but also, like I said, it's not. Don't be feel shame out there, people. If you need help, please don't. It's not a thing to be judged or be ashamed of. Please don't. It's to get yourself help and recover through the situation and heal. That's why I do this show. It's called Healing Your Soul Sundays. It's not only being educated on different matters or interviews or what the case may be, or inspiring stories. These are things that I wanted to talk about because these are impactful situations that everyone can encounter or had encountered at one time or various times, and it's hard for them to speak about. So I want to be their voice and let their voice be heard in that sense. So yes, and we'll talk about another matter for next previous month, which will be March, and we'll see what awareness we'll talk about and educate you guys upon as well. So again, that is the number, guys. Again, the number is 1-800-656-4673. Pass along this information. It could save someone's life. It could save someone that's trying to hurt themselves. And down the line, just let's break this pattern, of this situation of anybody who's ever gone through it or are going through it, as I say. So yes, I'm going to take that down. Yes, peoples. So again, guys, we're closing up the show now. I apologize for it being a little extra longer than expected, but things happen. So, yeah. So you guys know, if y'all already familiar with the show, how we do. This is the meditation time, or I call it meditation exercise. And how this works pretty much is I'm going to show you guys a video, and it's pretty much a beginner's level because they have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So how the levels are, put this on so you guys can see my face. So how it works usually is the beginner is just pretty much starting out meditation. I always say, which I try to get like a very less distractful place or quiet place, and get your mind right, get your mood right, so you can spiritually incline, mentally, spiritually, in every sense, get your body ready for this following week, which everybody knows they hate Mondays. Oh, Monday, back to the bullshit. So that's why I said this is a perfect time to do this, Sunday night or Sunday evening or afternoon. Get your body right and your mind right so you focus for this week to be productive and all that case may be. So I'm going to play this video for you guys. It's a guided meditation. So the guy, you hear him talking, he'll guide you how to do it. And here we go. We'll be right back, guys.
Hey there, and thanks for gifting yourself these next few minutes. It's important to remember that you're a priority, and allowing yourself even just a few short minutes of intentional reflection can really have a positive impact on the rest of your day. So let's use these next few minutes to come back to center and set an intention for the rest of your day. Move into a comfortable position, whether you're seated at your desk at work or laying on the couch at home, and gently close your eyes and shift all of your attention onto your breathing, taking slower, deeper breaths than you've taken all day so far. Taking a deep breath in through your nose and slowly letting it out through your mouth. And continuing to breathe that way, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale and contract back in as you exhale. Tune into your body, noticing how it feels, noticing if there's anything that it's trying to tell you. Notice any place of tension or tightness in your body. And give those areas permission to relax, sending love into those areas. Thank your body for taking such good care of you, and let it know that it's okay to rest and relax for these next few minutes. You may notice that your mind starts to wander off. That's okay. That's natural. Just notice it and bring your attention back to your body, using your breath as your anchor. Try to picture one thing that's happened today that's made you smile, or made you thankful or appreciative. And just let that feeling fill you up for a moment. Breathe that feeling in from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And allow yourself to smile if that feels natural. Now focus on something that you can do today, whether it's for yourself or for someone else, that will allow you to continue feeling this way. It could be something as small as deciding to go to bed early tonight, so that you have time to finally read that book that's been on your bedside table. Or the joy of getting dinner with a close friend. What's one little thing you can plan for your day to bring that intentional joy to it? Now just focus on that for a few minutes. Sit in that feeling of joy and peace. Now let's take a few more deep breaths together. A deep breath in, feeling your lungs expand out as you inhale, and everything contract back in as you exhale. Again, an even deeper breath than the one before it, holding that breath for a beat, and exhaling everything out. Last time, your deepest breath yet, sending that breath through your entire body. And exhale it out. And in your own time, slowly bring your awareness back to where you are. And thank yourself for taking these few minutes to just be intentional and kind to yourself. And when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey guys, welcome back. Again, you're watching Healing Your Soul Sundays with your host, Vero G. That was the meditation time, or I call it a meditation exercise on the show here. Again, we just have been having a great show with you guys today. Let me put the chat up thing. Every you guys want to comment real quickly before we sign out of here. With that said and done, yes. So like I said, guys, that was the meditation exercise. Those are tuning in right now. What's up, everybody? All that said and done, we're gonna close out the show with prayer for all. Let me get that sign up for you guys. Well, I get that. Don't mind the background noise. Like I said, I try to have a peaceful show. Sometimes the distractions in the back, I can't control that. Lord, I try to, but it doesn't work. Oh Lord, amen, amen. All right, guys. So, like I said again, I want to thank everyone who took the time to watch the show or watch the show every week. I'm gonna do my math because I'm gonna make sure I get it right. Hold on. As of March 19th, we'll be making 7 months on this show. I am extremely excited. Oh, we have so many great guests on here, and I can't wait for the 1 year anniversary coming up soon. So, for this show, and we'll see what we'll make out of it. So, yeah, but let's back to the show, guys. So again, this is prayer for all, guys. Those are new to the show. I'll pretty much update you what it pretty much is, very short and brief. Pray for all is just a moment where we close out the show, and I just make less than a minute of prayer, uh, you know, and put it out there. So God, you know what I'm saying. You'll see what I do in a minute. So with that in mind, but I will do it right now, and then we'll continue the show. So here it is called. It's called Prayer for All. Here we go. Dear Lord, we're here today to help those that are right now in need, help those that are weak right now, and help those that are right now in time where they need you at their most. We're at times right now, we're in a war right now, and during Ukraine and Russia, and we need to help those in Ukraine who are suffering or those who have lost a parent or lost a loved one during this war right now. May you please guide your angels and protect them in the name of the Lord. Amen to that. May we help those here in the States that are going through their own demons or going through their own financial hardship, whatever the case may be that they're going through, that you know that you're there for them. Show them the light, show them the way, show them the guidance so that you are there for them. May you show them that no matter what that they're going through, what they are going through, that you are always there in sight and mind. May you continue giving them blessings. May you continue helping them in different ways. Show them signs, show them ways that, you know, if they're going through a hard day, know that, as long as they're still alive and breathing, that they're going to continue having a good time. Down the line, they will continue living life, but in due time on your terms, and continue the faith that you're giving them to continue on with their journey. May you continue blessing many people out there watching and tuning in now or later on, or anyone that needs the help of the word of the God. May you help them find a way to go to your direction, or whatever the case may be, a church or something that could help them during these tough times, something to guide them, to help them. We all need sometimes you in our life to know that, end of the day, is not without you. We would not be here, trust me. But down the line, just know that we're here to serve you, and also that you are here to help us and protect us in many ways that we need you in our time for toughest times or any times that matter. Don't be afraid to ask for him. He is there, guys. Ladies, gents, everyone who's watching now, he is there for you. Thank you. Amen. Oof. Sorry, sometimes I get rambling on and I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just speaking out what he tells me. So it's like I'm the vessel and I speak out what he says. So, oh boy. All right. So, guys, I hope you had a great show. I had a great time with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Quickly before I sign out of here, guys, you guys again could check out my music. It's on all digital platforms. Go support that if you guys get the chance to. Support is free, guys. Like I always keep reminding people that they have to understand that it's it doesn't hurt anybody to help somebody down the line, or help somebody that can help them down the line for something else and anything. So you guys go follow me also on my page. I finally fixed it, like I mentioned earlier. That is the Instagram for my this page, this show alone here. It's called at healing underscore your underscore soul underscore Sundays. And also you could follow me on this account on Instagram, which is at official Vero G. You any donations you want to send anything, you could do so. Contact me privately on my IG, my DM if you had to call it. Or if you have me on Facebook, you can hit me up in there if you'd like to send anything my way. I appreciate it if you can. So also I want to thank our amazing guest for today's show. Artist, rap star. He blessed us with a lot of great tools, a lot of amazing things he mentioned here on the show. And I hope you guys learned something from that as well. And that's said and done. Check out again his latest single, guys, Power to My People, which is available at all digital platforms. Go support that. Also, thank you for my special guest today, Mr. Deloudmouth, talking about the current events that we talked about with the war and everything else, and that's said and done. I just hope, end of the day, every day we are alive is a blessing. And that said, don't take life as a joke, people. Take it every day as you up, you do something productive. Help somebody. Do something good do a good deed for a day. I always say that because down the line, when you do a good deed, it comes back to you in good. So with that in mind, just keep that kind of mindset in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So guys, I'll see you this coming week. Hopefully, not this week. The following Sunday coming up. And that's said and done. But I want to thank everyone who's been supportive on our brand, our what we've been doing, our platforms, what the case may be. And that's said and done. And more things to come, guys. More things to come. Stay tuned for this month in March. Also, guys, on March 1st, you already know Tuesday, it'll be the release of the new issue of Vero G Spotlight magazine. Let's see who made it on the cover. I am excited. All I'm gonna say is it's hot. So just keep an eye out when it gets out and released on that day. You guys, you already know where to go at. You go to www.macloud.com and you go there and if you could support it, I appreciate it. If you don't, hey, whatever, just tell a friend, share, it's free. Um, but besides that, yeah, it'll be out this Tuesday, guys. Also, like I said, I have new projects working on right now. Stay tuned for that. More videos, more things. Just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. And again, we have, like Dilatmov had mentioned it earlier here on the show, we have two shows coming up March 26th, and then one is April 23rd, I think. So we almost finished. I think we almost fill up to the top for the March event, but I think we have 1 or 2 slots left. Hit me up, people, if you want to be on a part of that show. Hit me up. Hit me up. Also, we got one for April, which will be a 420 event, and the other one is a 420 event as well. Sorry, as well. But yeah, people, thank you. People, go hit us up because they'll be coming soon and they'll be done the slot. So, and then you get free radio interview with that package. Listen, I am still an artist, and if I was, I would go and jump on the opportunity. And I'm telling you, that it's an artist, okay? So just saying. But be sure to again to what I'm rocking right now is Guerrilla Warfare. They have a web series out now on YouTube. Go support them. Check them out. Rocking this shit. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guerrilla Warfare. Big shout out to them. Hopefully I see them this year. They'll come back on the show at DTF Radio. It was great to have them on the show. And blessings, blessings. So everyone have a great night. Please be safe out there. Wear your mask, of course, and protect yourself. And have a great rest of the day. And blessings to all watching, tuning in. Until next week, guys. And I'll see you guys, if anything, Wednesday at DTF Radio. You already know, with myself, host Vero G, and of course, the Loud Mouth. So, and stay tuned, guys. Have a great night. Take care, everybody. Until then, bye.